figured out a way. Because, like, at the end of the day, how do you find stuff on YouTube? It's tough to wade through.
Yeah.
You know,
unless you know the words.
A lot of it, you really have to do a lot of promotion of yourself and pushing that.
But I mean, you can. You can almost. You can't even go that route. It used to be a couple of blogs that I would follow, like Kevin Nottingham. You know, it used to be like, oh man, Kevin Nottingham, he's got all the great music. Now I go in there, and on any given day, it's like 50 new songs, and I'm like, man, I can't even listen to 50 new songs today. So now I don't even go to Nottingham as much because
it's too much music.
It's too much music. I can't, like, there's no filter. There's nobody that's like a tastemaker to come and say, this is what you need to be checking. You know, whereas it used to be Funkmaster Flex or
no more exclusive no more.
Right, you know, like if you got played on somebody's show, then you knew, like, oh, now I should probably listen to this, or probably check for that. Overseas, they got it as Giles Peterson. You know, if you listen to BBC Radio and stuff, he's the tastemaker. You go over there, he plays it on his show, you go and you check for it. Over here, on an R&B level, it kind of happens somewhat with Michael Baisden on his show, but on a hip-hop level, who is it?
But, you know, here's the other side of the coin. Because of the internet, there's no more gatekeepers. So
That's true.
you get to hear more of what you actually like.
No
Even if you have to search for it, there's more music that caters to you. There's not like, you know, Funkmaster Flex and all he's playing is I don't know, whatever's hot right now.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think it's good that there's choices, but you have to wade through so much trash to get.
Yeah, it's a pro and a con.
Even with underground music, like underground music, there's some rapidy rap dudes that I'm not trying to.
I'm glad you said rapidy rap too, because I tell people, because like no lie, I tell people all the time, the thing that I hate the most is dudes who rap about rapping. Like, that shit irritates me. Like, I'm so tired of hearing songs about rapping. Like, dude, there's so much other stuff under the sun to talk about, you know? Like, yeah, you know, as I write my rhymes, my lyrics are so potent, da-da-da-da. Man, drop it. Like, there's so much else to rap about, man. Rapping about rapping, get rid of it.
That definitely goes with rapping about cars and money.
Yeah. Man, I don't know, man.
Nah, I kind of like the cars and money thing. I kind of because it gives a different perspective. Like, I don't like the super rappers, but the dudes who rap about selling crack and buying cars, those are
that's real.
Those are the guys with the most personality.
But then the ones that are talking about I got 50 cars and I'm burning money.
But how do you? It's all on how you rap it.
Right? Because there's so.
It's all how you say it.
The thing about it is, and I hate to say it, people have put that in so many different ways. You're like, yeah, I ain't really. Yeah, like I mean, when stuff started coming into play with like. I mean, you got Knoxz who comes on, made you look like, oh, don't say my car's topless, say the titties is out. That's a car line, but it's like, damn, that was kind of hot, you know, like so.
Yeah, but see, that's a creative way of putting it,
right?
If you Birdman and you like, I got 50 cars in my garage. I'm driving 50 cars. Like,
you can't drive 50 cars.
But the thing about it is, in terms of rapping for the sake of rapping, how many ways? Like, so the Knoxz line is an example of like rapping about cars and money, but doing it
in a creative
way.
The converse, putting it on to like rapping about rapping, is all the early 90s stuff, and they would come and they'd be like, oh, my lyrical shotty. Oh, the lyrical 9. Oh, you know, like, and that was the creative way about rapping. And it's like, okay, dude, that's kind of whack. You know, like, how many songs have you heard about a lyrical shotty? It has to be like hundreds. Like, I will lyrically murder you.
Shout out Cannabis.
I didn't say that. Gadget did.
Shout out Cannabis.
I didn't say that. Gadget
Eat.
But I mean, like, you got to the point. It's like, yeah, the lyrical murder, the lyrical slaughter, and it's like, all right, I'm kind of tired of hearing about that. You know, like it got so uncreative so quick that you don't hear anybody do
No,
that anymore.
it got too lyrical.
Yeah, exactly.
If you ask me, I mean, not super intelligent rap. It got too lyrical. When you trying to fit 1,000,000 bars.
Well, I tell you what, a lot of rappers, man, a lot of rappers don't get, like, you can tell the rappers who get it and the rappers that don't get it. The most successful rappers have always been rappers who focus on flow and not lyricism, you know? So, Jay-Z, you know?
50.
Flow kings, you know? You know, like, people underestimate how well they flow, but these dudes' flow is ridiculous, you know? 50 makes fun of Ja. Ja had a good flow, too, you know? Ja added the singing with it.
Yeah, once he did that, he died. Yeah,
No, there's one thing. So, there's a difference.
No, Ja was trying to sing.
Right, Ja was singing.
Ja was singing.
Ja was singing.
But it worked. It worked.
It worked, but you open yourself up for criticism with that. So there's a difference between what Ja did and what 50
But
did.
Ja started a whole new genre, though.
So
A whole new genre.
no,
Yeah, because after when Ja started having all them chicks singing on his hooks and they was getting real big, that's all you hear now. That's all you hear.
But that was way before Ja Rule.
that was way before.
That
But
was
Ja
way
made
before-
it. He took it. I think Ja took it to the next level.
No, Ja took it to the level where rappers thought they could sing their own hooks. that's where he took it.
We're not paying for R&B people.
Because the thing about it is, the difference is Ja was really singing. 50 was
Oh my
just,
baby.
50 was just talking in harmony.
No, but no. Like
50 was on some bone type stuff, like,
But
you know.
and like DJ Iron, you know, me and him talk a lot. And he told me 50 is a real MC. Like
Yes.
50 will flow and then he'll go into the and go straight back to rapidy rap.
Dude,
Or whatever he do.
Right, because the thing about it is, I mean, to be honest with you, Ja can rap too. Like, if you listen to, like, Cash Money Click from the mid-90s, Get the Fortune, all of that type of stuff, Ja can rap, you know?
Yes.
50 can rap. If you ever heard, like, the stuff he did on Power of Dollar,
That's his best album.
you know? And it's crazy that never came out, but, you know, like,
It came out on vinyl.
did it?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
The DJ Scratch joined it.
I had a tape sampler for it from Columbia Records. Hey, I'm old.
I didn't hear tape sample.
Tape sampler. All the record companies used to do it.
You want it?
Yes, I would absolutely take it. But all the record companies used to do it. They have those little cassette tape samplers. Dude, that was the best thing ever. I used to sit up and I would play those things. I got the tape sampler from Cellar Dwellers when they came out with Realms and Reality. And Cellar Dwellers, if you're ever looking at this, I want to know, there is like an interlude on this thing.
Did Nick Wiz produce for them?
Nick Wiz did produce for them, but this particular interlude is not on the album. It's like a minute of I can't remember which is which. UG and Phantasm. One of them is rapping on this jazz interlude. I don't know the name of the song, so I can't figure out the sample. And I wanted this for 20 years almost. I need to know the name of this sample.
That's good.
Whoever has the Cellar Dwellers, Realms of Reality tape sampler, get at me. Let me know.
They were on SRC back then, right?
They were on Loud. Yeah.
Loud,
Steve
yeah.
Rifkin and all of that. So
I think back then, like, labels really had great rap departments.
they did. Dude.
Like Elektra, Loud, Atlantic.
Profile. I mean, it was so many more labels. People were really being A&Rs back then, you know? Like, you would have a group who would come in and they were raw, but you could recognize the talent, and the A&R would come in and say, hey, you need to work with this producer. You need to work with that person to kind of expand, grow with it. Hey, we need to put out this single. Hey, we need to put out that. You know, look at the difference the way music was marketed then. Enter the 36 Chambers had 5 or 6 videos off of that album. Name any album out today that has more than 2 videos. Inner 36 had Cream, had Can It All Be So Simple, had Mystery of Chess Boxing, had Method Man, had there's another one. Wu-Tang Clan Ain't Nothing to Fuck With. That's 5. 5 videos off of one album. When was the last time that happened?
And 5 shitty videos at that. but they were 5 videos.
Yeah,
5 videos.
But guess what? You remember everything about those 5 shitty videos.
Yo, the video for Can It All Be So Simple? I think Hype Williams did that.
Yeah.
That video is so graphic.
Think about the video. I don't know if you all ever saw the video for MOP To The Death. Hype Williams did that. That was like his first video. Nothing to this video, but still gave you that, like, all they're doing is like filming it outside an abandoned warehouse. And now that becomes you relating to MOP. MOP is like the hardest group on earth because they filmed To The Death in an abandoned warehouse, you know?
But Nelly fucked up the game because he was on Universal. They didn't put any money into him and he went diamond.
Yes.
So they expected the same thing from every artist that they signed. Like, after that, Universal signed Sticky Fingers. You remember the album, the Kirk Jones album?
Kirk Jones, autobiography of Kirk Jones. This is how much random shit, you know, the autobiography of Kirk Jones. Who even remembers that?
Like, Universal
industry has just completely changed, and I don't know how. I can't predict how it will go forward because at this point in time, you can get any album you want and never pay for it. You know, so now it becomes a method of like, how is it cost effective to reach the masses? Why would I put any money into any artist? Because 1 million people can get your album completely for free. You know, so there's no real money. You know, I think somebody says CDs are being phased out by 2015 or something like that. That's like the timeline for it.
Yeah.
That's in 2 years.
2 years.
But still, CDs are still 70% of music that's selling.
I mean, but music's not selling, so you know.
No, but you can't just cut 70% like that. You still got old people. I mean,
you say that, but I mean that's like I imagine that cassette tapes were still probably a big percentage of music that was selling.
Vinyl's still selling.
Vinyl still sells, but you know, after you phase stuff out, like you will see people switch quickly.
Nah, I can't see older people switching to MP3.
I mean,
Like,
they already have.
They already have.
Man, I'm talking about 80-year-old grandmothers. Man,
I've seen some grandmothers.
No, it's 80-year-old grandmothers with email accounts, iPods. They sync it up to their computer.
And they texting.
Look, if my grandmother got an email account, I ain't trying to read them emails. I can just imagine Mr. Johnson from church.
What's funny about older people when they write emails is they write it like traditional letters. Like, Dear Gadget.
Dear Anthony.
Dear Gadget, I just wanted to tell you that today was a great day.
Right.
On my porch, and I ate some watermelon, and I listened to my MP3s, and sincerely, Grandma. You know, but I mean, stuff is gonna change.
But I'd say by 2020, CD's gonna be gone.
Yeah, 2020. Not in 2 years. Not in 2 years.
I'm not predicting. I'm talking about like. I heard that this is like the plan from the record companies to phase it out in like 2 years.
You know what? The record companies don't have a plan.
Dude,
they have no fucking clue what to do.
This. I went into Best Buy 2 weeks ago. The music aisle is 2 aisles. Remember how big the music space in Best Buy? Now it's 2 aisles. Everything from rock, hip hop, R&B, country, world, classical, all of that fits on 2 aisles.
You know where most of the music is heard these days? Strip clubs. That's where 80% of the music is heard these days. Strip clubs.
So how do you know that, Gadget?
YouTube.
You watch strip clubs on YouTube?
World Star.
The Gadget's watching YouTube videos of strip clubs these days?
Yeah.
That's getting cut out of that.
Oh, that's a business right there. streaming live from a strip club?
That's porn, dude. That's porn.
Yeah, but YouTube.
Why would you? If you
YouTube is about to do a paywall.
Dude, if you can watch porn on the internet or you can watch strip clubs, why would you watch strip clubs?
And it's more entertaining.
Is it?
It's more entertaining. Well,
Is it?
I don't know.
Is it?
Let's take a poll.
It's not like you're throwing dollars at the
Yeah, it's free. It's free.
Porn's free too.
Porn's free on the
Yeah,
internet
porn's free too.
Yeah. we gotta think about
We
that.
telling ourselves.
We gotta think about that business. Oh man, but I mean, it's music is gonna change, man, because at the end of the day, you know, all of these big artists. I mean, what's gonna be the incentive for them to even make music?
But at the same time,
Ego.
you think about all the music that comes out from artists that are hot, local artists who are making a buzz. They putting out, you know, music on, you know, social network sites and so forth, and you're getting it for free. So if you're an artist that's hot and you're really putting out stuff and this is what you put out and it's banging, and then you get signed and you're putting out something that's like, yo, you didn't sound like this over here. Why am I gonna pay for that? And this is the hot stuff over here.
I agree. I mean, look at 50. 50 put out, G-Unit put out that Return of the Body Snatchers and the War Angel and all of this stuff. This is like the best stuff I've heard for 50 years.
That's a crazy album.
You know, best stuff I've heard for 50
And they
years.
call them mixtapes.
And they're mixtapes.
But they're like actually albums that are.
You know,
like
Joe
mixed
Budden,
down.
he has the mood music series. People love that stuff. They eat it up. And then when Joe Budden comes out with something on a commercial label, it's like,
But here's the thing. If you're on a label, you have to cater to the label. You release stuff for your fans on your own.
Well, the question is, why are the labels not listening to the trend that's going on? Like if
No, they are listening to the trend. That's why Joe Budden got to make bullshit.
but this is the thing, like, accept bullshit from Joe Budden.
No, because
That's the thing about it. They're not gonna accept bullshit from Joe Budden. So I would rather Joe Budden sell less than Drake, less than Lil Wayne, and sell something
Quality music.
by staying true to the things that people are going to actually buy his record for, than make Joe Budden compromise and sound like somebody else, and then he sells nothing.
Then that's a waste of money going into a
Right?
project.
That's just my thought, you know. But
No, I agree.
I mean, at the end of the day, everybody can't go diamond. Everybody can't go platinum.
That brings up my next point. I'm glad you said something. The RIAA just changed the certification requirements for going gold and going platinum because of this new digital age. So now, 100 streams equals
100.
one sale.
One sale?
One sale. So there's 1,000 niggas on World Star that's platinum right now. Wait, comments?
I'm gonna coin a new term for the video. That is whacktastic. That's whacktastic. I mean, because the thing about it is, if you want to use that same logic, why did radio spins not count this way before now? How long has radio been around? So I mean, you could call up to the radio and say, play Howard's song 100 times an hour, and that should equal one sale. Why has radio spins not equaled a sale until now? People are cheating. You know, all of this BS ringtones are gonna now equal 1,000 ringtones are gonna equal a sale. Every time your phone goes off, I'm gonna call Gadget 50 times a day and get my sales numbers up. Gadget, make sure my song is your ringtone.
But I mean, I don't know why the RIAA would rely on something that can easily be altered.
Influenced, right?
Yeah.
Right. Because at the end of the day, a sale is a sale. Like if you
You can't alter cash money.
Right. But you know how
you can, because I know some stores do that, but
but I mean the thing about it is that right, you know, in terms of playing a song, you know how much, you know, in terms of like robot and you know type of things they have, you know, sniping on eBay. You don't even have to. You can bid 100 times in 10 seconds, you know, because you sign up for a program.
now watch. There'll be an app. There'll be an app creator that can go on iTunes or Spotify and play your song 50 million times,
exactly.
and Spotify will record that to the RIAA, and you will go platinum, but you will still be living at home.
But this is why all of that stuff doesn't mean anything.
Nothing.
Nothing means anything anymore.
Going gold means nothing now.
It means nothing. It means nothing. I mean, to go gold, going gold for a hip hop artist used to be big.
Yeah.
Big.
Dudes is having parties when they sell 75,000. I'm like, nigga,
because I mean,
it's 75,000.
Dude, I mean, think about it. Going gold, 500,000 people have your record. That's a huge amount. But that was having your record. Having your record.
Right.
So now to sit up and say, you know, somebody played your song this many times.
Right.
Dude, I mean, Pandora counts as a play. You know, I mean, basically, you know,
It's a stream.
It's a stream.
It's a stream.
I mean, Pandora counts as a play. So imagine I went out to Haynes Point a couple of weeks ago. We sat outside, had some wings and some drinks out there, and I played Pandora on my phone, and we got it hooked up to a wireless speaker. So every time it comes up randomly,
You helping a nigga go platinum.
I'm helping the dude go platinum. I turned on the Howard Pandora station. I was going platinum, you know, and I haven't paid for anything. I haven't even said that I.
Hey, but no money went to him either.
No money went to him. And this is the thing, because Howard Station is playing, somebody that they arbitrarily said it sounds like Howard is now also getting played because Pandora.
So what I want to know is, are they gonna issue plaques? Like, are they gonna issue plaques like this nigga from World Star went gold?
Dude, I mean, nothing means anything anymore. If you look at YouTube.
No, it does mean something, because right now somebody is scheming on a way to get 1 million plays on YouTube.
Right.
So,
but the thing about it is, just like we're talking about how everything gets watered down, how there's no more tastemakers. Like, if everybody can do it, if there's no more keepers of the gate, then it doesn't mean anything anymore. Yeah. You know, sad to say, and I'm not a person who advocates like a certain person being the keeper of the gate. Like, this one person can tell you what's hot and what's not. But if I can go and I can throw on, I mean, on YouTube, you can get millions of views by doing something stupid. If I fell off the roof and broke my neck doing something dumb, I could get 2 million views. And you would be under the assumption that I have done something that has been marketing genius. You would deem me a marketing genius. Like, oh man, he's got 2 million views. How did he do it? He did something stupid. You know, he fell off the roof.
right.
You know, so same thing with this, you know, this listens, this plays. Oh, you would think 2 million listens, oh, he's a marketing genius. No, he's not. You know, so at the point that everybody can do it and everybody can copy it, it means nothing anymore. It means nothing. So, I don't know what's going to switch around, but you have to have the exclusivity in order, you know, in some type of way in order for it to mean something.
Right. Because Lady Gaga going platinum is nothing, because Amazon sold her whole album for a penny.
Right.
When it came out. A penny. When Lauryn Hill went platinum, you actually had to take your ass to the record store and pay $18 for the miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
Exactly. Yeah. $18.
Right.
Think about that.
$18.
When's the last time you paid $18 for a CD?
Lauryn Hill.
Lauryn Hill should be like, so if Lauryn Hill sold 5 million at $18 and somebody is selling 5 million at $9.99, Lauryn should be twice as much. Her sales should be twice as much as theirs.
Yeah.
Because it meant more.
He sales for counters too. 2 or 3.
Hey.
Like when
But is there any album out now would you pay $18.99 for? Nothing.
Hell no.
Nothing.
Hold on, let me think.
I mean, if it was a good album,
not one album.
If it was vinyl, yeah, but not a CD. Not a CD.
No. If it was an artist that I liked, that was in my catalog from day one, and I support that artist, I would.
No, not at all.
I would.
Not at all.
This
I'm
nigga
lying
said-
to
I'm just being
No,
real.
no.
Right, you lying to yourself,
right
right?
now.
Right.
If it's an artist that I support, yeah, because look, I'm gonna be in that same position. I want to be in that same position, and I would want somebody to think the same thing about me. If they like my music and I'm actually putting out quality music from track 1 to track 10, and
You
they
just
are
said
No.
You just said the key
No,
thing.
but this is the
quality
thing. What I'm
music.
saying.
No, but that's what I'm saying. If it's quality music,
No, I'm not even going that far. I'm not even going that far.
You ain't paying $19 for quality music?
I ain't paying.
Because at the end of the day, why am I gonna do something that's not in stride with what's going on today? Nobody's paying $19.99. Like if that was the going price for music today,
Okay.
then yes, maybe. But if nobody is paying $19.99 for music, why the fuck would I pay $19.99?
No, but
But at the same time, okay, goes back to the same thing I said before. With people giving out music for free. What do you want? Free music?
I'm gonna give you
That's
market.
music.
That's what I'll give you. $19.99 is not what anybody is paying for music.
Yo, no, you know
I don't
what?
care if I respect you, if I support you. $19.99 is
The
not
last,
what I'm paying for.
the last album I
Wait,
paid.
is it just the CD? You don't
Yeah.
get a
You see, you
t-shirt?
guys see it? See how you gotta go?
Wait, talking about adding concert
He
tickets
was
to
like,
it.
did you throw in
no stickers
free
or nothing.
band membership for me and a poster
No
and my
news-
mail back the
no
insert from the
newsletter?
CD
No
cover?
newsletter?
A newsletter.
Oh man, do you remember when the
Okay,
CD
now I know.
covers used to have you used to cut the back of the CD cover out and mail it back in to be the fan club, and you would get like a free
Oh,
T-shirt or
shit.
something?
I never did that.
I never did it, but you gotta remember that it used to happen.
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh man, times have changed, man. I mean, I was listening to, I got an album of Chicago, band Chicago, playing at the Fillmore, and I took this album out, and you open it up, and I mean, it's like full color art inside, you know, all of these liner notes. Then there's a poster that comes out of the thing. The poster's about the size of this insulation right here. This, huge poster that came inside of it, Chicago, and I still got it. And I'm like, dude, this whole package was definitely worth
paying for.
worth paying for. I got something from this. Like I get the physical record, you know, which I love listening to records. Records have that sound, you know. But not only that, I got the full package. I actually like looking at the liner notes. I actually like looking at the art. There's a full package I was given. I haven't had that in a long time, man. I don't know.
But if that came back, would you pay?
I would $19.99? No. But I would pay for
$9.99 there.
$9.99? Yes, I would pay $9.99 for it.
Okay,
I would,
alright.
yeah, I
But
would-
it has to be a quality album. It can't just be two
Oh,
singles.
yeah.
So I also tell you what messed it up is late 90s when you had these artists who would come and they would have one or two hot songs and the rest of the album was garbage.
Horrible.
And so that completely messed it up because now when you get to the digital age, people are like, oh, I'm not going to buy your album. I will only buy the song that I like. Think about it.
I agree with that though.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
I
pay 99 cents
I
for
don't.
the song.
No. I have wasted so much money
Yeah.
on whack ass albums because I wanted one song.
But that's because this is the thing. If you have an album and the majority of it is good, wouldn't you pay for the album?
Yes.
If the majority of
If the
it's good.
majority of it.
If the majority. So that's the thing about it. That's what's different now. Like I have plenty of albums that have one or two songs on it that I was like, kind of whatever. You talk to most people when Illmatic came out. One Time for Your Mind was the song that everybody wanted to skip. They're like, it's whatever. Biggie, the Respect song with Diana King. That's the song I'm kind of like,
But that's the reggae joint.
No.
No.
I don't think people skip that one.
Yes, they did.
Respect?
Yes.
Maybe in Louisiana. Not.
Louisiana.
Maybe Louisiana.
Skipped it. You know, there's all types of Wu-Tang Clan, Tears. I skipped Tears.
No.
I was like, you know,
Hold on. Before we go on, should I blur out your face on the video?
I skipped Tears. I skipped Tears. I mean, not saying any of them are not good songs. Like One Time for Your Mind is a large Professor beat. It's a great song. Just in relation to my favorite songs on those albums, it's like that's not the song.
What song of Supreme Clientele did you skip?
Supreme Clientele. I got it. See, you got me thinking back on track listed and stuff. It's probably some song like toward the second half.
I think I skipped Buck 50. And that might be the hardest record, but I skipped Buck 50 all the time.
I think there was a joint called like Malcolm or something like that.
Yeah.
I think I skipped that joint. It was like toward the second half of the album. It's like once the album kind of slowed down in the middle, I skipped a couple of songs in there. So there, dude, it's all types of songs. Iron Man has songs that I skip. Every album has songs that I skip. But I bought the whole album. I will buy the whole album again because the majority of the album is good.
I slept on Iron Man so hard. I slept on Iron Man.
Do you want? See, you're behind the camera, so we don't have to blur out your face.
No. That doesn't mean I don't have it. I slept on it when it first came out.
Man, I was still buying tapes at the time, and so I had Iron Man tape. And this is the one thing that used to piss me off was that they would always add an extra song.
There you go.
They would add an extra song to the CD that wasn't on the tape. So Raekwon, I had the purple tape. But guess what? Purple tape didn't have North Star.
North Star.
They didn't have North Star.
And it made you go get that.
And I mean, when I heard the North Star thing, I was like, oh my God, I gotta have this song. Like, what would make them leave it off of here? So I gotta get the purple tape as well as the CD. I gotta get Iron Man because Iron Man, the CD has Marvel. Tape doesn't have Marvel. I tell you, the only people that did the backwards of that crazy was Nas. It was written, who has Silent Murder on the cassette tape and not on the CD.
I think the Roots
I'm
did
need
that
that.
with
Silent Murder on the cassette tape and not on the CD.
the Roots had the hidden track on what album was that? I can't even remember the name of the album. But
You talking about Things Fall Apart?
Things Fall Apart. Yeah. They had the hidden track on that. I mean,
On the CD?
yeah.
Look at Gadget's face.
Oh, you see-
No, because I don't think it was on iTunes.
Yeah, I don't
The
know.
hidden track. What's the name of it?
Shoot, I don't even know. It starts off Questlove, he's yawning like, yeah, we're still in here, and then they just go in to this joint.
Yeah.
But you just really I actually found it on accident, just letting it play.
Rappers, stop doing this hidden track bullshit. It's 2013. Nothing's hidden no more.
That Nas one was just
But see, stuff like that, that's creative. That makes you want to buy the album. Like when the double CD came out for Wu-Tang.
the double CD was cool, but it went downhill real quick.
Yeah.
So it wasn't Wu-Tang, it was Pac that came with that All Eyes on Me.
Yeah.
And everybody ran with the double
ran
CD.
with it,
Ran with it so far that 8-Ball and MJG came out with the triple CD. I don't know if you remember that
Oh
one.
my God, yes.
8-Ball and MJG came out with the triple CD, and it was like, yeah. And I think that was the one where people just stopped the double CD. It was like, okay, this is a little too much at this point. But yeah, double CD, Biggie, Life After Death, Pac, All Eyes on Me,
Nelly.
every No Limit album, like after a certain point. So yeah, the double CD, I'm glad they let that
Double
go.
CD quality music. I mean, that you would actually want.
I mean, on that Pac you did. On the Pac you did. All Eyes on Me. That's why people started attempting it, because people were like, damn, Pac really just brought it.
I wasn't a Pac fan until All Eyes on Me came out.
Yeah, dude.
Like everything he did before that, I disregarded.
All Eyes on Me just like changed a lot of stuff up at that time.
And this is why I'm not showing my face on camera, because niggas will go crazy for Pac.
See, the Pac fanaticism has died down now, but late '90s, early 2000s, that Pac fanaticism was just off.
It was rampant.
It was off the charts. Like, I was like, dude, you got Machiavelli Volume 18. Like the songs that are on that are not hot. Like Pac had some not hot songs. And there was a reason Death Row didn't release them. Like Pac, they were talking about Pac recorded like 200, 300 songs when he came out of jail. Right, when he came out of jail. There was a reason they didn't put all of these songs out. You know?
Like the Pac nut hugging is compared to the Dilla.
Dude.
Oh my God. It was
and the fun, yeah, I agree. And the thing about it is, I give Dilla his respect because Dilla really did kind of usher in like this whole neo soul thing. And not single-handedly, but he was part of that wave that ushered in that whole neo soul thing. And just elements of that still remain around to this day, you know. And so all the forerunners, all the pioneers of certain styles, hey, I give it up to you, you know. Premier, the chopping, you know, Premier is not, if you look at Premier today, he ain't the best producer in 2013.
Man.
But I gotta give Premier his respect.
Do not make me drop the camera.
You think Premier is still the top producer in 2013?
Top 10. Top 10.
Shit, I can't name 10 producers in hip hop right now. Like, so, I mean, what is that really saying?
That's consistent.
Name 10 producers that are producing right now.
Just Blaze, Bink.
What was the last song Bink came out with?
He just did something. Hold on. He just did something for Freeway's album, I think.
What's the name of Freeway's
Come on, man.
What's the name of Freeway's album? Thank you. You're proving my point. He just did something.
No. But and here's the next point.
And I'm not dissing Freeway, but like, come on.
Wait, here's the next point I wanted to bring to everybody's attention. Because of digital iTunes, you don't get the track listing. You don't get to see who produced what.
Right, true.
What do you think of producers tagging their tracks before a song? I used to hate it, but now I understand. I was like, why the fuck is Alchemist putting this bullshit on the front of the record? I understand it now. I'm used to it. And now I know why Just Blaze did the whole Just Blaze. But back then I didn't understand it, but now I do.
I'm not a fan of it. Because at the end of the day, like it only works in the party music setting.
I disagree.
It only works because the thing about it is, imagine. Let me tell you like this. Can you imagine a song like Biggie, "Suicidal Thoughts"? And at the beginning of it, they were like, "Lord Finesse, Lord Finesse, Lord Finesse."
Nah, it
depends on how it came in.
That song is so personal, and it has so much meaning in the song. Can you imagine somebody just making this like a commercial advertising fest right before, and then I jump into it? When I die, fuck it, I want to go to hell. And it's like, could have done well without that tag at the front, you know. So to me, it only works in the party music setting. It's something that's danceable, whatever. But if you come with something that actually has subject matter and is deeper, doing it kind of takes away from the feel of the song.
I don't know. I have mixed feelings on it. I mean, I don't say I like it on every song, but I understand why they do it.
I mean, think about a Just Blaze song. Think about a Just Blaze song that's not a party song. Where has he done it?
What's old girl from Philly?
Eve?
Marsha Ambrosius.
Oh.
The slow joint.
Far Away? He didn't do it on there.
No, not. Yeah, he did a song on there.
No, I'm talking about the Marsha. Right, he didn't do it on Far Away. He produced Far Away, and he doesn't do the Just Blaze. He doesn't.
Oh, right.
Right, because and you remember what the Far Away song was the one she has the video about the gay friend,
yeah,
and he gets killed. She didn't do it. He didn't do it on there because that would have taken completely away from the feel of that song.
But Just Blaze he don't have to do it all the time. Like
he's done it. He does it on Joe Budden, Pump It Up. He does it on Keith Murray. Yeah, you know it. He does it. You never heard that?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you know it.
I like to forget it.
He does it on the Eric Sermon joint. He did.
So.
You know, he
and especially if I'm putting it on a social media site,
Yeah, people used to only do it
because-
just to protect themselves so that people would
and that's why I've done it for songs that I've actually put out. But now it's
I'm not with it, man. Like I said, it takes away. I mean, can you imagine?
Come on, man. You could sample John McCain saying Maverick and put that shit in front of the song.
I'm the Maverick. Look at that, man. I mean, can you imagine like all of the classic records that you listened to throughout your life if they had done that same thing?
No, but
like if you know Motown, they were like Holland does you Holland. You know, and they would just do that before the song, and you would be like, "What the hell is this?"
But here's the thing, I can't imagine. I can't imagine a song that Don Cannon does where in the beginning doesn't say Cannon, Cannon, Cannon. Like I can't imagine a song that he produces without that tag on the front. I mean, if
he does some hard songs, like some hard street type songs, and so it can go with that. But like if it was a song, like I said, Suicidal Thoughts, if it was a Nas Memory Lane, if it was a Jay-Z Regrets, and you had Cannon in front of it, it would be like, okay, this is whack as shit. Like, you know, it's certain feels that you can do that on.
You have to have a feel.
You gotta have that either you gotta do the party song, you gotta do the street song, and you can do that in front of it. Otherwise,
okay, yeah, I understand your point. It can't be, you know,
on Eddie and everything. It can't be too saturated.
You know, you can't have the, you know, there's just 1,000,001 songs that you can't do that with.
What MCs do you think down south MCs would do well over East Coast beat? Besides Bun B.
I mean, Ludacris already did the Premier joint. He did the MVP with Premier.
What about Andre 3000 over straight Premier or Pete Rock joint?
3,000.
You don't think it would work?
3,000 is 3,000. I think 3,000 work anywhere.
What? No, I disagree.
Yeah, I disagree too.
I disagree.
I like Andre 3000, but I don't think he can rock over. Like the stuff that he rocks on now, I don't really mess with.
I don't think he could do Premier. I think Pete Rock could pull it off. Cause the thing about it is Andre 3000 does well in the live music setting, like stuff that sounds live. And so Pete Rock with the bass lines at times has stuff that really sounds like live and organic, and I think he could pull it off. But T.I. could do it. T.I. could do it. I mean, the thing about it is what Southern MCs are out nowadays. I mean,
of course, Rick Ross.
Ross could do it. Ross could rock it. Ross could do Premier. He could do P Rock.
I think Big Boy could rock over East Coast be better than Andre 3000.
Yes.
He could.
But I'm gonna keep that comment to myself. I'm gonna keep that comment to myself. I know how this stuff can go, man. I know how it goes, man.
What about Weezy?
Lil Wayne could do it. Wayne could do it. Cause I mean, what Drake has done it, and Drake and Wayne same person. You know.
Nelly? No.
No way.
No.
I mean, talking about the singing and the rapping, man. Ja did it, but Nelly really, Nelly really like murdered it. Like he just took it and assassinated any redeeming qualities of the singing and the rapping, man. EI and all of that.
But that's St. Louis swang. That's that.
Stop. Stop.
That's St. Louis, man.
Man.
That's hometown. That's what we do. Man. That's our little bit to the hip hop game.
St. Louis really made some caricatures of themselves, man, because they. And that whole thing, and I mean, it's the same thing that hip hop got away from in the early '90s, doing all this stuff with using the Z instead of an S, DA instead of THE. Every song was the bricks, the block. You know, we got away from that because we realized how corny that started making us look. And St. Louis didn't get that memo. I'm
not gonna talk about my hometown now.
I'm just saying. No, I'm saying saying other people did it as well. We all did it. We all did it for the longest time. St. Louis just held on to it a lot longer than everybody else.
But St. Louis is changing. Like St. Louis got this. They got a battle rapper. Like battle rap.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Is his name Verb or hold on? What's this dude's name?
I know who.
Look it up on YouTube.
I know who you're talking about. The dude he does the smack battles.
This dude is a monster.
Yes.
From St. Louis.
So, dude, the battling, man. The dudes, man. I don't.
Top battle rapper right now that you know of.
Lux. Loaded Lux.
Lux is nasty. Lux is nasty.
Lux. Man.
I like Math Hoffa, but Lux,
dude.
Yeah, he's
So Lux won me when I saw him battle Calico, and he did the.
You think he won that?
Oh, do you think he didn't?
Hold on. Calico was murdering him though, but
Calico got him because he stumbled. He stumbled on his own verse.
Yeah.
So Calico took advantage of his own mess up. But Lux in that third round, just another loss.
Are we talking about Summer Madness? We talking about Summer Madness up on the stage?
I'm talking about the one where Lux brought in the coffin.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, Lux killed Calico. Like when Lux. So and then on top of that, Calico, I do agree with you. Lux was highly disrespectful by bringing that damn coffin on the stage. That was some shit. Like Lux, that whole battle was just on another level. But the last Lux verse was that whole "you just another lost nigga." That verse, dude, that shit killed everything. Calico couldn't do anything after that.
What do you think about the Mook and Iron Solomon? To me, I would if I didn't know Iron Solomon, I would think that was his first battle because he did nothing for me.
Yeah, I'm kind of.
And that was easy. That was easy work for Mook.
But
easy work.
Wasn't that Solomon's like first time back or something, or he had like taken a hiatus or something? Because it's the same thing that happened with like Serious Jones. So Serious Jones came back against Charlie Clips, and he wasn't the Serious of old. Like he had kind of lost a step a little bit. He might get it back, but Clips was getting him. He was getting him on that. I don't know if you guys keep on. So my brothers keep me up with the smack battles, and I'll just like
T-Rex, man. T-Rex is.
It's a lot of good dudes, man. Calico is good, so let me not say that he's not good.
And he from Detroit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's serious. Like he comes with Lux. Just the concept of the verse is what made Lux kill him on that you just another lost nigga. Like it wasn't like lyrically he was so far ahead of, but it was the concept of the verse that killed him. But Calico came with some tight stuff too. The dude Arsenal, he's hot.
But
it's a lot of dudes, man.
The whole thing about battle rappers can't make actual songs.
I feel like Lux should be able to make an actual song. Like for him to have put together like entire 3-minute, 4-minute verses of concepts like that should translate. Like Lux's stuff is not all just punchlines. Like he's got a whole concept that goes for 4 minutes, and he's dissing you about one particular thing for a long time. Like how does that not translate into a song? I don't know.
I think battle rappers goes back to the rapidy rap dudes.
But see, like I say, I feel like Lux is different than that. I feel like he's not coming with that same.
But I agree. I think Loaded Lux would be the next quotation marks battle rapper to that
translate into something else. So I think Lux could.
With Cassidy was what, the first one?
Yeah, Cassidy was good, man. Like Cassidy was what he had, the lyricism. Like you look at like a Cannabis. Cannabis is a rapidy rap dude.
Yes.
No diss. He's that dude who's rapping for the sake of rapping. You know, Cassidy is coming, and I mean, like, he's putting songs together, but then he can spit, and you listen to it like
live at the barbecue.
damn. You know,
but he's also got
jump
New
between
York state of mind.
So,
Yeah.
you know,
But see, here's the thing. I don't mind Knoxz being a rapidy rap dude, but I don't want no songs with Kerry Hilson. I don't want no Polo the Don songs.
Yes.
Knoxz, just stay in your lane.
yeah.
No, for real.
No, I agree with you.
Don't try to make no club bangers. Shorty. No.
So Nas Detour, he.
But I like the second album. People diss the second album.
It was written was hot.
Yes.
Dude.
People say, yo,
But see, the thing about
Nas
it is,
fell off.
This is no. People loved it was written. It was written with double platinum, and this is where all of the follow the leader stuff comes into play. Jay came and said it was written was all right, and everybody jumped on it. They're like, oh yeah, it was written all right. When It Was Written came out, I remember when BET did the world premiere of If I Rule the World. Dude, I mean, I was like, I can't be anywhere else when this video comes on. Like, I have got to be in front of a TV to see this video. I've been waiting for Nas to come out for years. What could this be? This thing, I mean, only songs that I skip on It Was Written is, I'm not a big affirmative action fan.
What?
I'm not. And then Watch Them Niggas. I'm not a big fan of that one. But, you know.
I like that record.
Did you like the Firm album?
No, I did not. First of all, that's not even gonna be blasphemy. I know that. that's not gonna be blasphemy. Like I might have said some other blasphemous stuff today. That was not gonna be it. The Firm album is not gonna be it. I mean, I had high hopes for him when Cormega was in the group. You know, and when Cormega was doing songs like La Familia and stuff like that, I was like, man, this Firm album is about to be it. But then they kind of took a detour on me, and it didn't turn out the way that I wanted to. You know, the Firm Biz song, I was like,
oh, I like Firm Biz.
Stop.
I like Firm Biz.
I me paying $18.
stop. He don't like Nas, Shorty. You know,
No.
but he like Firm Biz.
Because the AZ verse. I'm an AZ fan.
The Nas song you making fun of was a Timberland beat. You know, the Firm,
Which was terrible. Shout outs to Timberland. let me say that first and foremost, but Timberland, every Timberland beat is not hot.
Timberland got more hots than not. Now you're being blasphemous.
Nah.
Timberland got more hots than.
Timberland got some crazy.
Timberland got more hots than that.
You think so?
Yes.
I respect him.
Yes.
I respect Timberland to the
It's not just respect. Timberland got some of the hottest beats, dude. Second half of the 90s, Timberland owned it.
Yeah, that was all. It was all Tim.
Yeah, but I couldn't do the double hi-hat shit.
Dude,
man.
songs that I would, you know, that should be off limits to me, like should be like, you shouldn't like that song. I would like the song, I'll be like, damn.
That's the joint where you pulling up in the car to the stoplight and you turn your radio down.
That's exactly what it is. I tell you a prime example of a song like that. Rough Riders, Ride or Die Chick.
Oh.
I would listen to that and I'd be like, damn, it's kind of catchy. Damn, it's got the locks on it. Damn, it's a Timberland beat. What can I do? I mean, the Joyce, Big Pimpin', that was a huge song, dude.
It was a huge song, but come on, man.
Huge song.
I like the Lloyd Banks song better than Big Pimpin'.
Which one?
What's the joint he gave Lloyd Banks?
The So Fly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that joint was hot.
So Fly. Yes. Lloyd Banks did it on. Timberland did it on that one. You know, Timberland dude is an innovator, man. Like you might not like that drum pattern, the hi hats or whatever. Timberland with that drum pattern, that was all of the late 90s. The entire boom, 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 boom.
Oh my God.
That is the entire second half of the 90s.
Did he do the Snoopy track on Life and Times?
Yes.
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 Oh, I hated that song.
Yes.
With Juvenile.
Yes.
Man, that's a song I skipped on Life and Times. The Snoopy track.
Oh, but my stuff is blasphemy.
I went right to the premiere. Doo-doom, doo-doom. The Steve Cropper joint.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So ghetto.
Yeah.
See, this is with all that sample knowledge. When people throw out names. And
Right.
Like, somebody's going, Steve Cropper.
Man, you could have yelled out Bruce Springsteen and motherfuckers be looking it
Yeah,
up.
man.
but-
Dude, but I mean, I respect. You
it. I
gotta,
like
you
it
gotta,
a lot.
you gotta build upon the lessons that people give you. Like, yeah, we started with James Brown, but you know, people have gone to Fred Wesley and you know Lynn Collins and all of that stuff, and they find that because of the James Brown. You know, James Brown, late '90s, that was the person to sample. You know, but then it takes two. It takes two to make. You know, that comes out. Hey, take that, run with it. Find other people that are related and figure out, you know, other samples based on that. Like, you can't just jump to, like, people know names like, you know, I'm not trying to snitch on samples. I won't say what the sample is, but people will take names now like, oh, I know Vic Juris. And they're like, oh, I'm a digger now because I know Vic Juris. It's like, there's no way your jazz knowledge started at Vic Juris.
Okay,
You know?
right now we turn the camera off to find out what song the hell you talking about that Vic Juris is sample.
Really, without biting other people's styles, which part of it is just the records that you choose. Without biting other people's styles, you don't have a style of your own. If you look at like a RIAA's style is all based upon the samples that he picks. So if you go and you pick, you know, as many people did, pick all these Stax records, you end up sounding like Wu-Tang. You know? And so now you've done nothing to like make your own sound. All you're doing is biting off somebody else's stuff. You know?
Right. So it's like when somebody goes on YouTube to get records to A.D.D.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with
Hold on. Let me finish my point. When somebody goes on YouTube to A.D.D., they not looking in the far right column seeing related artists.
Right.
They going straight James Brown.
Exactly. And it's funny
I look
because
at the right column.
and it's funny because and it's such a resource for you. Like, and I'll give this away because it's not such a big secret. But if you go to Amazon and you buy an album, that by the bottom they got
The
similar
recommended.
artists and you know
Or people who
bought this, and guarantee you a lot of people who are producers are buying stuff on Amazon. So you see the related records that they're buying, like, and you can see, oh, I bought, you know, Bob James, and so people who bought Bob James also bought Grover Washington and Hubert Laws and whoever else, you know, and now you're like, oh, okay, and you're learning that way. Don't just copy off of what somebody else does, but build on that, take it and run with it, and increase your knowledge on it. So
I
Look,
ain't giving away no secrets.
people don't want knowledge. They just want to loop the record, put an artist on it, and walk out the door.
man, what's funny about saying that is that at one point, man, hip hop was really hip hop production. Let me say that. I don't want to say hip hop in general. Hip hop production was really just progressing to a point like you could just see the build up. You know, so from late '90s you got all the looping. Late '80s you got all the looping. Early '90s you got, you know, people getting into chopping. So you got your Peach, you got your Large Pros, you got your RIAAs, you got your Premiers, you got your Beat Nuts, Beat Miners, Easy Mo Bees, all of these people. And then after that you got your Dillas. You know, you got the next era is the Dillas. So they're still chopping, but then they're instrumentation, you know, all of this stuff, and they're taking it and building on it. But nowadays, like, I see like the sampling producers almost going backwards. Like, they're not even chopping anymore. They're not they're not doing much of anything. Like, they're just kind of, especially like nowadays, like sampling is coming back in the Southern music. Southern music kind of had taken it away for a second, and now it's coming back. But all they'll do is take the sample, loop it,
And throw Trigger Man
and
underneath.
throw there's something, you know. And so I don't know, man. I don't know where it's gonna go.
I mean, even with sample, well, I wouldn't say that it shouldn't go that way, because sometimes you find a loop is hot. You can chop it and probably do something to it, but honestly, if it's a hot loop, it's a hot loop.
If it's a hot loop, it's a hot loop. But man,
I mean, but you can expand on it,
right?
Because then it's the
stuff that you add on to the loop. Like
that's what I'm saying. It's like you could set up, like we've come so far in this day and age that you can take a hot loop and you can actually completely take out the bass line. You can add your own bass line to it. You can drop out, a filter part of it. Kind of taking out the highs. You can play keys. You can play synths over it. You can keep the loop, bring the loop back in later on. You can create a whole new song with it instead of just looping it. We were at looping 20, 25 years ago. So there's so much you can do beyond just looping, So that's what I'm saying is like, I would think, people just keep building on it and keep it moving forward. I mean,
but there is a such thing as overproducing a record.
Yes. So I'm not saying keep building the record. Like I'm just talking about keep building in terms of like the knowledge and the technique in the progression of sampling itself. So.
Well, give us some secrets then, Mav.
I mean, what type of secrets, man?
I don't know. I don't have no secrets. I just learned how to. I didn't learn how to. I don't even use the no variation on my MPC. I've never used it. I've never used the overdub.
What?
Ever.
You never use overdub. So how do you make sequences then?
I play them out.
You play it out every single time, like. So you hit it exactly the way you want to do it every single time?
No, I'll copy the sequence over to another one and then add whatever to it.
That's kind of overdubbing.
No, but I don't use the button, but some people just use the button.
Right.
And if I make a mistake, I just do it over.
Oh no. If I make a mistake, what I'll do is I'll come in and so
well yeah, see I can understand that.
So if I make a mistake, and let's say for, certain stuff.
That's all you get. That's all you get. That's all you get.
They trying to give this man samples away, man. But I mean,
still can't Shazam that.
Right, you can't Shazam that.
But what I'll do, like, let's say, for instance, I'll play my bass lines. I have like.
Go ahead and play something right there.
This is Howard's machine. I don't have any sounds loaded up. But let's say I have a bass note, and using 16 levels.
Don't fuck up the sample now.
I'm not.
It's saved. It's on the memory now. You good.
So we come into 16 levels, and
this joint is hard.
And we retune it. So you got the 16 levels on there and you're playing out a sequence. In some type of way, I usually use the 16 keys with my bass lines. But if I play something and it's wrong, I'm not just going to erase the whole sequence. I'll just go in, and as I'm recording, I'll hold down erase. And if you hold down erase and you press the pad of whatever pad it'll erase it at that point. So like I'll just replay the beat, and if I played a hi-hat off beat or I played a wrong note, I just hold erase at that point and press it down at that point, and then it erases that.
But that was just the way that I learned. I never read the instruction manual for the MPC. I learned off of just doing it because there was no internet when the MPC came out.
Yeah. I mean, I have the instruction manual for the MPC, so like I read the thing back and forth, I mean,
like I remember going to this dude's house and he was playing a sample backwards, and I was like, how the hell do you reverse on the MPC?
You go into the mode.
Well, I know now, yeah, but
there's like. At the end of the day,
but still, there are a lot of features. Like I've never used MIDI with the MPC.
Really?
Never.
So I will have my MPC MIDI up to Pro Tools, and
Before Pro Tools, did you MIDI it to anything?
Yeah, I had a Proteus.
So every time you wanted to go to a studio to record, you have to take the Proteus, the MPC. I'm not doing all that with a keyboard and nah. I'd rather just play the notes.
Right, but that's why it's easier now. You
Yeah.
know, but yeah, I had a Proteus sound module. You know, a lot of people had Planet Fat, MoFat.
Did you have the RZA joint?
I didn't have the RZA, but I know exactly what you're talking about. What's funny, man, is funny story, man. I was actually cleaning out my basement 2 weeks ago, and I came across, I have like all these magazines still in my basement. I have every Source magazine from 94 to 2003. Every single one. And I mean, I'm going through this stuff and just reading and looking at these articles, man, and I come across the RIAA ad.
Wow.
And RZA's on the subway with the whole module. It's like RZA uses, Emu. I forget what particular module it was, but dude, that was the stuff I used to look for back in the day. I was like, RZA.
And everybody went out and got
I was like, RZA uses that? I gotta go get that. Yeah, like RZA uses this? I gotta go get that, So I mean, I would love looking at magazines to figure that stuff out. There was the short-lived a lot of stuff in there, man. I would check the unsigned hype religiously.
Yeah.
J Live was in unsigned hype. Common, Mobb Deep, Eminem,
Biggie. Biggie was in unsigned, right?
Yeah. And I mean, it really gave you like hope, because you would be like, damn, I could actually rate the Source, and if I'm good enough, somebody will, take note, and I'll be out there. Nowadays it's like,
Yeah, you put yourself out. You got a YouTube channel?
Is there a song, a record that you've been searching for the last 10 years that maybe somebody watching this video can help you out? And
man,
I'm looking for. It was a dude from Philly named he had Charles Barkley in the video. What the hell was this dude's name? He had Philly hair, Han Soul. I'm looking for that record. I've yet to come across.
Oh, so you're talking about hip hop records?
Yeah.
Okay, that changes my whole little thought process now. Oh man, hip hop records. Man, I tell you, one thing that I wanted on record, I actually had a CD single of it, but I've never been able to find the vinyl record of it. It is a single by this dude named Seamus, out of New York. The song's called Tight Team. Buck Wild produced it. I'm gonna find it. It's on YouTube right now. Tight Team. It was mid-90s, and I used to love. And another one that I want to find on record, the dude came out, they finally put it out a couple of years ago. Pete Rock's artist, A.D.D, Baby Car,
yes,
came out with the album on BBE, but the version on BBE doesn't have the original version of Bla Uno. And Bla Uno came out on Elektra Records like 94, 95 with an alternate intro to it. And the intro is actually what they used on the Common song, Hungry. Hungry hip hop junkie in the city. And Bla, that's from D-Dot Baby Paul, Bla Uno. I've always wanted that on record. If anybody knows, get at me.
Knoxz.
I can't even think of anything.
No unreleased Vanilla Ice joint that you mess with?
Nah.
B?
Nothing. You can find everything now. There ain't nothing.
Nah.
Oh,
no.
You can't find everything.
Nah.
I tell you what I got, and a lot of people that I know don't have it, is I got the white label for Noriega, Married to Marijuana.
I have that too.
Man, when I first got that, I was like,
And when you say white label, it was white label because it didn't come out.
Literally white label. This did not come out on anything. I tell you what too, if somebody has vinyl for Calm Down with Nas, Noriega, all of them, I would like that. Music make these thugs calm down.
Here's what I want on vinyl, or somebody send me the MP3. I need the CNN joint, LALA, not the Marley Marl Iraq remix. I want the shit with the dog pound music with Tragedy talking shit in the beginning.
Speaking of which, and
somebody send me that, please.
This is something that nobody is gonna have. We're back.
We're back.
The thing that I would love to hear was the Capone and Noriega Driver's Seat with Busta Rhymes verse in it.
Driver's Seat?
Driver's Seat.
What the hell is that?
Driver's Seat is on the War Report.
Busta Rhymes has a verse on there?
Busta Rhymes, for some reason they couldn't clear it. You can hear at the end of the song on the album Busta Rhymes talking and him about to come in and the song fades out.
Wow.
I would love to hear the original with the Busta Rhymes on Driver's Seat.
I also want the record with Keith Murray rhyming over the Biggie joint.
The from the Mary J.
Yeah. I want a full fucking verse.
Man.
Or a full song.
Dude, have you I tell you what too, man. This
you got that?
No.
Oh.
No, I don't have that. But somebody put it out on vinyl, and I haven't been able to find it. Is all the St. Ides commercials.
Wow.
Yes. Oh. Like everybody's face is like, oh.
Yes.
Wu-Tang Clan's St. Ides commercial, man. I was like,
that's
man, why is this not on that album?
I wonder if somebody has the remember when Sprite was doing?
Sprite had the Nas commercials, the Roots, Bahamadia. Have you ever heard the Sprite Roots Bahamadia commercial for the radio?
No.
Man. Dude, they had. This is all the stuff not everybody is like, man. Now he wants something. Now he wants something.
But for real, if anybody got that CNN LALA, the regular version with Tragedy beginning, not the Iraq Marley Marl remix. I want the regular version with Tragedy talking shit in the beginning.
So we're gonna play some of these joints that everybody's talking about on here. Once I find them.
Cause Howard on the way up to Philly, Howard was doing the YouTube, the MP3 joint, and it never pulled up the right version.
Nah, we couldn't even find that. It wouldn't come up.
What is up with this internet?
And that,
man, this top secret internet you got going on.
And then that was Tragedy's hardest verse ever. Oh my God.
Ever? Dude, Tragedy got some good verses.
He got some good verses, but that's my favorite.
That
Locked in the box from the virus. Commercial thugs try to bust gas at the livest.
Man,
dude.
that what's the joint?
Dude, he just Eazy-E and MWA and Snoop all in the same verse.
Dude, Tragedy, man.
And Eazy was dead. Laying in the box from the virus. Commercial thugs try to bust gas at the livest.
Yeah,
dude.
Tragedy, man.
Like, how you diss a dude who died of AIDS? But I guess back then it was easy, but...
For some reason, I can't get this stuff to come up. Hold on.
You know why? You're using Apple. I bet you if you had a Windows joint, it'd be able to come up.
Probably a break.
Beats by Dre really that good?
I got them as a Christmas gift. I love them. That's my answer. I'm sticking to it.
I do not have Beats by Dre. I got some
Radio Shacks.
Got them right here. My nice Audio Technicas.
I had those. Those are hot
they
too.
Work
How much are those?
Is that the
100?
That's the 1/8 inch or the
100?
1/4 inch?
Yeah.
See, I refuse to pay $100 for headphones.
I mean, I was mixing the headphones for a minute, so like if you are relying on them, to listen to music, no, nobody should have a couple $100 of headphones. But if you're sitting up and you're in the studio mixing in headphones, it pays to get some good headphones.
See, now I used my beats with the IMPC app. So.
Trying to explain.
He's trying to justify this.
But I mean, even though,
Beats by
even for
Dre's.
music, nah, they are. But nah, I definitely use them.
Yeah, what is this Google Glass thing? Have you seen that? Have you seen what that is? Matt? Google Glass?
Google Glass.
Alright, next coming to the stage.
This
What
is
is this?
This is the D.D baby
One of my
Paul.
motherfuckers from back
The one
home.
with the intro I was telling you about. So the intro, so the one that's on the BBE album doesn't have the intro. The intro has like a whole different beat, and then he flips into the regular.
Baby Paul. Clap it up for D.D, baby Paul.
Somebody has this record. I need it.
This verse not on the album?
It's not on the album. He right. I had this on tape for the longest time. I still have it on tape, actually.
Hungry hip-hop junkie in the city, pushing up on progress and going up notches. A lot of phony brothers in the industry, cause I be the epitome, get with me the remedy. Energy to be released on the track, killing 2 birds with a stone in a sack. And right and exact, the point is where I'm chilling at. When that began, that be hand in hand. Down around the country, I'm max with beats of multimeter, funky freestyling, smooth as a ballad. Driving the speed limit, lounging in the fresh limit, renting windows tinted so you can't
See if you can find that LA joint
to
on
the
there.
end of the weekend, unique and divine. In the jungle on the vine, Kansas my son. I do beats and rhymes for money all across the city and all across the country. Check it out.
I think they got.
Yeah, but
Ah,
I think
that
they
No,
got it.
no, not that version. I think it's the actual video.
It's the
That
video.
one, yeah.
Yeah, that's the only one. But it cuts out the beginning.
Yeah.
LA,
Yeah.
but everything in LA
Ain't always what it seems.
You might get fooled, come from out of town, cause we come to Queens, you get scammed.
Jose Luis Gotcha, rolling guns and
But
tons.
everything in LA ain't always what it
You don't remember driver's seat off of this? So
Jose Luis Gotcha, rolling guns and tons, General.
Emmanuel, Rock Emerald.
So driver's seat. This is driver's seat.
Killer B.
Yeah.
That joint.
Yes. I never knew the name of it.
So Buster is supposed to have a verse at the end of that.
We gon' do our thing, baby. We gon' do our thing.
Yo, he won't know, stunning, raps, you done it.
Can you imagine Buster on that?
That's for North.
This off the phone Laurier. So like, hold on, right at the end.
My shit was New York, get the blood money.
Try to spike you, now they don't like you. Send a 10 dog for bites.
And then they fade it out before Buster comes in. I would love to hear what the original to that sound. And I've heard people use the sample since.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But when I heard it for the first time, I was like, damn, you know, like.
If somebody could tell us who produced this, I want to think it was Large Professor, but it might not be.
Man, there's so many.
It's either Large Pro or maybe Buckwild, maybe.
It could be. It could be. But I mean, there's so many remixes from the 90s, man, that I would listen to and I'd be like, oh my god, like.
So somebody else used a sample, but they sing it on. Hold on. I forgot who. The song is dope though.
And I was telling you about the Shameless sight scene. Buckwild did do that one.
Who rocked the Alchemist beat better, Jadakiss or
Rascal?
yeah, Rascal.
Jada did it better.
Alchemist did this?
Buckwild did
Buckwild?
Yeah, yo, and
yo, divide and conquer. That's what they gotcha. My tight team shine like vehicle high beams. You heard of the plan to conquer the soul. United we stand.
You sound like Red Cafe.
Divide and conquer. That's how they gotcha. My tight team shine like
Red Cafe, I like it too.
It's not surprising at all. United we stand. Divided we fall.
This might be Red Cafe. He just switched it up. You know how?
From a Puerto Rican dude to
Oh, it's Puerto Rican dude. Okay, all right.
The problem is obvious. They thinking they robbing us by singing and going.
Puerto Rock, remember him?
Puerto Rock.
Attack and drop facts.
Yo, there's so many. I was going through my iTunes like yesterday. There's so many songs. I was like, the dudes who have just come and gone. Yo, what happened to this dude Smitty? Swiss Beats did the song with the diamonds on my neck.
He was writing, wasn't he?
Yo, this dude had beats from Ninth Wonder, Just Blaze, Swiss Beats.
It never came out.
It never came out. I was like, what the hell?
Well, what happened to the dude, Dirtbag?
That's how they got ya. My tight team shine like vehicle.
Diamonds on my
What
neck.
happened to the Cassius from Eminem?
The game plan a tight team.
Where's Obi Trice at?
Where's Roscoe Cold Chain or whatever from Neptune? Roscoe P. Cold Chain.
What's the other dude the Neptunes put out? Huh? No, he was from down there.
Neptunes had a couple of dudes. They had that cat Family with the rock and roll.
Yeah.
Me and my friend would just we would laugh at this video because the little girls had this dance in the video. They were dancing. They had to be all like 6 or 7 years old, dancing hard as hell. I was like, man. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people who
Come and
I
go.
was wondering like where they at now.
Where's Dragon?
To conquer the soul.
Dragon had more songs he was on than Family.
That's how they got ya. My tight team shine like
Dragon was at least in State Property, the movie or something, you know?
United we stand.
That was a horrible ass movie, by the way.
What? State Property 1 and 2.
Both of them.
Horrible. I'm thinking about all the remixes now.
Yo, see if you can find that Keith Murray, Mary J. Blige joint. Or look up the Wu-Tang commercial.
You've
The
heard.
same night.
The St. Ides joint.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
all that you gonna find that.
Oh, you
That's
gonna
all.
find that.
Yeah, I didn't know it was on
You've
fire.
heard this one, huh?
G-Rap. Nah, just walk.
What remix is this?
Fast Life.
I never heard this version. Is this an Arsenal remix?
What's that?
There was a couple remix Arsenal.
This is a Buck Wild remix.
I think I had this on vinyl. I didn't like this one too much.
Champagne wishes and caviar dreams of peanuts and cream. Shells and fish scales from triple beams. I gleam, living the life for rally, packing 50 families, rocking Lizard Valley.
It's hard, but I like the original version. You can't fuck with the Surface sample.
No, I like this one better than that. I like the Knoxz World Is Yours remix.
Three major players taking papers, final layers, and those that betray us on the pocket rock like Amadeus.
You remember Large Professor It's a Boy remix? Slick Rick?
Yes.
Yeah, I got that on white label.
They did a video for this remix. And people don't even, like, so many people don't even know about the video for the World Is Yours remix.
How do they make Starburst taste so juicy?
The Juicy Dragon? They show funny videos. Producing tears, and they put them in the Starburst.
Stop.
Starburst, unexplainably.
This is what we watch in the studio.
I ain't gonna lie, I've never seen this video in my life.
Never?
Never.
Get out of here.
I'm in Queens. I ain't fought for the projects. Don't come right now.
Not
unreleased stuff.
Nas with his terrible acting.
One love.
Terrible.
Look at that phone, man, plugged into the car.
Yo, we gonna move to Africa.
Yeah. Q-Tip. On that remix.
Oh, okay.
That's the producer remix.
All the words past the margin. The whole of mic of throbbing, mechanical movement.
I like this better than the original joint.
Q-Tip did it on this, man.
It's got me stuck like a crack pipe.
I got this on wax. Master IC, when that would come on, I was like, my song, man. I bought that whole Natural album. Buck Wild produced like half of that. Buck Wild is the most underrated producer.
I agree.
Produced half of Mike Geronimo, OC's first album, Word Life. You know, just he had beats everywhere. Was doing stuff for everybody.
And no disrespect to Black Rob, but if Whoa didn't come out, it would have been a hard time for Black Rob.
Didn't that album, that record get added late to the... I thought I read somewhere that wasn't on the original finished product of the album. Then he got that beat and put that out, and then that...
I heard a lot of people passed on that beat too.
Oh! Yeah, that's crazy.
This the St. Nas joint?
Yeah.
I remember this joint.
What happened to the sound? Oh, shit. Came out, bro.
Oh, yeah, coming through with my showering crew. 2 cents for a case, give me St. Nas brew. In the midst of broken bottles and crushed
Go dirty.
Let the cows in the jam all dry.
With St. Nas in my system, crack another, I'm blessed. Let's go get the next one, think it over. The object is the state.
Like I say, I'm sitting up. I'm 15 when this shit comes out, you know, so all I'm just like, oh, Wu-Tang Clan, man, you know.
Naturally blessed, yes, my rap is like a laser beam.
And the funny thing is, there's more to the verse than that. Yeah. So You God has a verse and RZA has a verse, because I actually have the MP3 of it on my computer back at home.
Hey, go to that Kame video.
See,
Ghostface.
You naming all types of obvious stuff, man.
No, but I'm.
You like Kame?
Yeah. Can I go back in memory lane real quick, man? Just. I mean, I let you go back to New Orleans. For about 20 minutes.
You walked in on me going back to New Orleans. You didn't let me do a thing.
They don't have a Kame video?
I have a video up here. Oh. I got, you know how YouTube does the little...
It might be one of those.
You know what? Large Professor is famous for making a sample sound like something else, like Sugar Man, and You're the Man.
Yes. And I know exactly what you're talking about.
Like, it sounds like Biz is saying Nas, Nas, Nas. What song is this from?
I can't tell you, but he's saying recognize.
Yeah.
And he just chops that front part of the word off. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of people like that. Just Blaze with Breathe.
What they actually saying on Breathe?
Oh, it's not Breathe. It's not Breathe at all.
Or even Dilla. Claire.
Yes,
Claire.
It ain't hard to tell. I keep a skill like Shaquille holds a bill. Vocabulary spills, I'm ill. Plasmatic, I freak beat slamming like Iron Sheik.
Oh damn! How long was Shaq in the league? That nigga was out when Illmatic was out.
Yeah.
He was a man,
Didn't Shaq just retire like 2 years ago? How many years did he play basketball?
Almost like 18.
Damn.
I mean, you go.
And hold on, so when Shaq was at LSU, were you down there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Shaq and Chris Jackson.
Oh shit.
Chris Jackson, Mahmoud Abdul Rauf.
What happened to that dude?
He had Tourette's. And so I think it really kind of like set on pretty heavily. And then, you know, like people got mad at him when he didn't stand for the national anthem and some other stuff. One of the best scorers college basketball. I mean, Premier was creative. Yes, I bought this whole album.
Did you buy Jasmine Taz though?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. First and second one.
I got it for free. I was in a record pool.
I let it go by the third one, but first and second one. Dude, I mean, I've got so many purchases that you'll be like, you really bought that? I'm like, yes. I mean, The first Fugees album, the Translator Crew. Only good, you know.
Was Nappy Heads on that?
Yeah, I bought it for Nappy Heads. And Mona Lisa, get it on Friday. You know, I used to love that song, man. It had vocab on there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what other stuff I bought, man.
All right, name a crew and name their weakest link. Out of the Fugees. 1, 2, 3.
That's easy.
Oh.
Out of the Locks. I don't think there's a weak link.
I was like, damn,
there's no weak link in that.
I can't.
There's no weak link in the Locks. Because each person has their own individual style that they bring something different.
Wu-Tang?
Everybody says you guys.
Yeah, I was about to say you guys.
But
He takes a Master Killer.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I do. I don't.
But it's crazy because I like Master Killer albums, but on a Wu-Tang album, Master Killer
Dude, Master Killer has the best verse on Mystery of Chess Boxing. Best verse.
I gotta revisit that.
Mystery of Chess Boxing?
I gotta revisit that.
Best verse.
State Property.
Dude, I don't even know who's in State Property. I mean, I'm just being real, man. Like,
who had the best verse on Triumph?
Inspector Deck.
Deck set it off right.
Deck.
Damn.
The work of a master, evidence in the.
Yeah, he had the best verse on this shit.
Been crazy, strapped for nonsense. After me became lazy, yo. Nobody budged when I shot slugs. Never shot ducks. I running with ducks that's blood up. So grab your 8+1, start flipping and tripping. Cause he's jetting and licking off, son. Wu-Tang, 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 Wu-Tang. Homicide's illegal and death is a penalty. Word justifies the homicide when he dies in his own iniquity. It's the master of the mantis rapture coming at ya. We have an A.D.D on an MC killer. Looks like the work of a master. Evidence indicates that his stature merciless like a terrorist, hard to capture. The flow changes like a chameleon, plays like a friend and stabs you like a dagger. This technique attacks the immune system, disguised like a lie, paralyzing the victim. You scream as it enters your bloodstream, erupts your brain full of pain. These thoughts contain moving on with the speed of a centipede and engine. And contender, my peoples, are you with me where you at? In the front, in the back, and the beats on the top. My peoples, are you with me where you at? Smoking back.
I can't really say a weak link in the loop. I can't. Like, I got you guys' album. I got Master Killer's album.
I have every Master Killer album. I like Master Killer, but to me, on a Wu-Tang album, like it's like everybody eclipses him.
I don't know, man. Like I even liked him on Glaciers of Ice.
Ooh. I might have to change my mind on that. I might have to change my mind. Rewind selector.
Now that I'm bringing the argument out here,
now that you bring it back.
Ooh, Glaciers of Ice.
Has Praz ever had a hot verse?
No. No.
Yeah, Maya had the hottest verse on Superstar.
Oh man.
Stand on the block, we rock, gun cock, avalanche rock, get paid off, mass murderous services, chef, break watch that on the gas take,
movies. Not even movies, they was just raw. Like, there was so much like aggression and energy in it. Like, you got 50 dudes back there and you can't see none of their faces, but you just see them moving like. It's funny, man. Like, I really wish people go back to videos like this, like stuff that's not highly polished.
But see, hold on, turn it down for a second. But here's the thing: everybody that comes to me to do a video, oh, I want to do a story joint. I want to do a treatment And it's like, dude, the song doesn't even require a treatment. You know,
Dude, I tell you exactly what it is, man. People, we gotten to a point where people are no longer fans and just fans. Like, everybody is a critic.
Everybody's an expert.
Everybody's a critic, everybody's an expert, man. And like, you got dudes who every musician who comes in, they do a video. I got a treatment. I'm writing treatments now, and I'm a director, and I'm all this. Everybody who listens to music, they're a producer. You know, anybody who played an iPod at their cousin's wedding is a DJ. You know, and it's like, man, I'll tell you, dude, like, I listen to certain albums and I'm just a fan. Like, I don't have to over critique it. Like, I tell you an album that I have, and it's not the greatest album of all time, but I listen to this album and I love the thing. I'm hyped by it all the time. King Just,
yes.
Mystics of the God.
Yes. Rodeo, what was
No
the joint?
Flows on the
No
Rodeo.
Flows on the Rodeo.
Produced by another one of the most underrated producers of all time.
Austin?
Easy Mo B.
Easy Mo B did that?
Yes. Easy Mo B.
That wasn't.
Easy Mo B.
Didn't Dallas Austin do?
No.
He was on Dallas Austin's label though, right?
Rowdy? Nah, he was on Select.
I thought.
He was on Select with MOP at the time.
But he was on Rowdy at one time.
I don't know. After that album, maybe he was on Select. You can quote me on that. 100% certain.
Yo, you remember Jamal from Illegal?
He was on Rowdy, yes.
When he did the P Rock joint.
So, dude, Jamal
Fades Them All.
Jamal is one of them dudes who was so underrated, man. Jamal Fades Them All is one. But then Jamal's verse on Realms of Junior Mafia. Oh, man. What?
I'm giving you the deers and the deer in the headlight look. Because after, Junior Mafia album, after UFO, I kind of...
Dude, what? Man. What?
The UFO joint, I really just tuned it out.
Y'all are killing me, man. Realms of Junior Mafia with Jamal at the end?
At the end?
Yes.
Yes, this the one. Yeah. I like this. I didn't know that was him at the end, though. Oh, I forgot.
Yes, that.
Always got caught cause a dumb bitch talk. How much we live and what we do and what we live at.
Jamal killed this day and Biggie's on.
But the fans still couldn't get nothing. JM still stunting and fronting. 1, 2, y'all, you know we rock ya. Little Jamal and Junior Mafia. 1, 2, y'all, you know we rock ya. Little Jamal and Junior Mafia.
I didn't get the reference.
You know we rock.
I'm like, Lil Jamal.
Little Jamal and Junior Mafia. 1, 2, y'all, you know we rock ya. Little Jamal and Junior Mafia. Maury G, the villain. Keep niggas feeling. My trigger finger enhancing villain. You don't piece with the chrome piece back. I'll fuck around black, catch your Mac to your back. Leave a wonder with the 18 leather. Steaming, busting on whoever out the jet. Window, think slow, shake low. Fucking with raw dog mall, you ain't know. Remember this, focus lyricist. Blow the premises out the frame with this. Killer scene with the guillotine shot.
You're 50-50 with software and hardware, right? How
Yeah,
right now?
Yeah. I'm definitely. I like software. I'm getting into it now.
Mav is still 100% hardware.
100% making the beat and the. I wouldn't say I'm 100% hardware because I'm chopping stuff in Pro Tools and then I bring it over to the 2500 and I sequence it in there. So.
See, I do all my chopping.
Well, why you chop it in Pro Tools?
Just a lot quicker. So I do.
Oh yeah, you the knobs and.
Yeah, the knobs and stuff. So I can come in Pro Tools, I can load the track up, and then I can do tabs of transients. And so then every time I'm hitting tab, it's just jumping to each beat. I'm just chopping there, put it in a folder, export it over. Especially for like the live show aspect, like we did the Remix live show. People like seeing you actually tap out the pads, like it just adds a whole nother element to it.
Right.
When you see somebody on their laptop and just You know, it's kind of like, oh, okay, that's cool. Like, I feel like he's playing off of iTunes or something. Like, he's iTunes DJing, you know. When you see somebody sit there and there, sorry, you know, but if you see somebody.
He's molesting your samples, man. He's molesting your samples, Howard.
It'll sound different. I definitely like that though.
So when you see somebody tap it out, you're like, oh, that's... When you see somebody...
I'm greedy!
My bad. Oh, man.
You know what? Just go ahead and take that off. Save it right now and just take it off the machine.
Man, you guys are making me think about all types of songs though that I forgot about. You remember this?
Yes.
I got this one, guys. DJ SNS. This came out like 97, 98 or something.
Every song I go through now is I'm not reusing my drums. I've acquired, that much more drum samples, and then on top of just going through different samples and chopping those drums. So I'm building my own kits now, and then also EQing them in Persona Studio One, and I'm loving it.
Like what I found in the last, I would say maybe 5 years, is drums that don't go with the sample, or maybe how much.
We were just talking about that.
Like some drums don't go with the song. It's like, yo, why using a hand clap? This should be like a hard ass.
We were just talking about this the last time I was over here, and I was telling them, like, if you look at just different types of music, so in terms of like rock stuff, you find a lot of times that the snare is real loose. It has a long decay on it, it lasts long, it kind of reverbs with the room, so it gives it that big sound. But for R&B and for jazz, you got tight snares on a lot of stuff, and as soon as you hit his quick attack, it decays really quick, so you kind of got to think of that a little bit with the song that you're coming with. Like if you are making a groovy, soulful type of song, you want that quick snare, on it, that jazzy type snare. But if you want something that has all these hard guitars, electric guitar, all this distortion and stuff, you might want to throw that rock drums, those loose, long drums on it. And it works for it. Yeah, it's basically the same type of concept a drummer has in tightening a snare. Loosening and tightening their snare during their set. They do that all the time, just incorporated for hip-hop production. So.
On top of just keeping the element of the sample together.
Yeah. I still sample all of my drums. It's just a preference. It's just something that I started doing, and I just continue on doing. And I know my drums, so everybody knows the Peace President, synthetic substitution, It's a New Day, Ashley's Roach Clip, all of these drum breaks. It's drum breaks all over the place. And some of that gives you your sound too, gives you if you know breaks, you can kind of develop a sound around that. I've heard people take breaks and chop them to a point where it's not a loop, but they develop their own sound kind of with the breaks. Like RZA did it with what's the song? I think it's called like New York Stamp or something. That was off the Ghost Dog soundtrack.
I like the Coochie Rap had a nice song on the Ghost Dog album.
Cakes.
Yeah.
This was it. What is it called, man? There it is. That's not it.
Samaralingus, others suck like cunnilingus. I burn shit up like a brazen penis. Make your whole y'all seem meaningless. Match wits with this. Call your squad the whole fortress. I swoop down like a dirty Brooklyn pigeon. Swing my sword with precision. Lightning speed blurs your vision. Like a surgeon with razor sharp precision. Subconscious like hypnotism. Water on the brain, the mental baptism. Put your aura in prison. Block up your cheek and bend your light like a prison.
Yeah, ghost walking the dog stairs personified. Study lessons and plant seeds to fertilize.
If you dig deep enough in Motown, guess what? You'll find it. Like, that's not a hard record label to find, you know, samples for. Like, if you, you know, it's so many people, like, these samples, like, you're looking for, half these dudes are not digging deeply into the crates. Like, if you look, there's so much Motown, Stax, Philly International, Eastbound, TK, all of this stuff is so much that has not been touched
Yeah,
yet.
you have to focus on the songs that weren't the hits.
Right. And that's exactly the point. You got to focus on the stuff that wasn't the hits. And then on top of that, you know, this is not a big secret, but, you know, maybe for somebody out there in the internet land it is.
Do I need to turn the camera off?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
Nah, you know, it's not a big secret, but look for cover versions of songs. So, especially 60s and 70s, you know, there's hits. If you look at, like, let's say a Donny Hathaway, Song for You. Yeah, that was a cool song. There's other people who have covered it. Eleanor Rigby, that's a Beatles song. Do you know how many people have covered that? And you know how many hot covers of Eleanor Rigby there are? Plenty. You know, Beatles especially. Take all the Beatles songs and look for the cover versions of them. Look at, like...
Let's clarify that. Take the Beatles covers and look for all the black artists who redid them. Because I ain't gonna lie.
That's not always true. And I'll tell you...
With the Beatles it is.
Well, maybe with the Beatles. But for instance, like something that's not even hard to find. Vanilla Fudge. White rock band. They covered Diana Ross and Supreme's You Keep Me Hanging On. And that cover kills.
YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, play it.
So that you can hear
I want to be the judge of this.
Okay.
Vanilla Fudge?
And when I just want to hear you say, I told you so.
What song did they cover again?
You Keep Me Hanging On.
Ain't no way.
White rock band.
Ain't no way.
Turn it up. He say, ain't no way.
I'll take the drum hits.
No. Don't take the drum hits. Take the sample. He's betting me that Vanilla Fudge did not do a good cover of You Keep Me Hanging On.
I will use this.
People have used it before. You'll hear it and you'll hear. That's why I'm not giving you anything a secret. Like, people know about Vanilla Fudge already. All your favorite producers, I'm not even gonna say their names, have already used Vanilla Fudge. Wait till that comes. I want Gadget to say, I told him so. I want him.
This is the longest fucking intro I've ever heard in my life. Do they even sing on this bitch?
Yes, they do.
Damn. drum knocks. That drum knocks.
Set me free, get out my life.
Right.
Alright, hold on. Turn it down. Alright, first of all, to clarify, that wasn't Vanilla Fudge. That is that's Huey Lewis right there. That's not Vanilla Fudge, that's Huey Lewis in the news.
You know?
This sounds like the live version. It sounds like they did it live.
I mean, for a lot of those 60s rock songs, they're doing them in one take, you know? They're doing them in the studio. You listen to half the Motown stuff for the 60s, and it sounds live, because in essence it is live. Like, they're sitting in Studio A around a couple of microphones, and they record, you know? So in essence it is live. It's before all this overdubbing and...
Is there a breakdown of the drums in this song?
So, you might want to turn the camera off.
Rewind that to the beginning again. Rewind that back to the beginning.
That was sick.
Talking about sampling on YouTube. Somebody gonna sample this
And see, that's not a secret. That's Led Zeppelin. Like, that's such a popular band. Like, I'm not even...
Huh, what song?
When the Levee Breaks, I'll tell you. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, rock has all types of open breaks. Like, you go to any band in the 60s or the 70s,
There's a lot.
the breaks are so open in there. Like, if you're looking for drums, there's no excuse not to have drums. Rock.
Or if your drums sound like firecrackers, you got some. I mean, your shits is weak. I hate drums. That's you know what I'm talking. It sound like popcorn. It sound like popcorn popping or some shit. This is like the #1 drum break on every break CD. This Little Feat. But I heard you can't use Impeach the President or you'll get sued. Just sampling the drums. Damn.
This is all the stuff I came up knowing. You know, if you were a producer, if you were a hip hop producer, you had to know all your breaks.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
You had to know your drum breaks.
No, you didn't.
Yes, you did.
What about now?
Now you definitely don't have to know a single thing. 2500 comes loaded with drum sounds, you know. I cut on when I bought my MPC 2000, not the XL, 2000 in 98.
Who is this?
This is Spooky Tooth.
I need you to save the history on that laptop before you leave. Unlikely artist that you sampled.
The most unlikely artist that I've sampled?
Like, I've sampled from like some pretty unlikely artists, but I think artists that where I traveled out of my realm, I would say Donnie and Maria Osmond.
I've done I'm trying to think, man. I want to say I've sampled like a Carpenter's record before, which is not in my usual realm of stuff.
Yo, Theory looped a Carpenter's record. It's on YouTube too. That's bananas.
I mean, the thing about it is, I'm saying like I'm thinking about it because like I've sampled a lot of rock stuff before, but I like blues rock. So I like your Allman Brothers. I like Cream. I like those bands. So I wouldn't really say like it's out of the ordinary or something. Like those bands are like based in blues and black music. So the Rolling Stones, all of these people, like the people they idolize are Howlin' Wolf and Muddy Waters and stuff like that. So it's not really odd to say, you know, you sampled them because they're really basing their music on the same stuff you would have sampled anyway. So, what's another?
Knoxz.
Let me see. I mean, shoot, I'm highly unlikely all over the place. Because I honestly just go off of what I hear. Not particular to a group.
No, but
to a genre, or actually I would say world music probably.
That's a big.
That's
a huge.
Right.
That's a huge.
You got 10 million people in that damn genre.
I mean, I'll actually tell you some stuff that for one, I've actually taken some stuff from classical because like the strings and stuff are so open on classical. Like you're dealing with strings with no percussion basically. Mm-hmm. So, you know, being able to chop that is just a lot easier. Yeah. You know, and there's so much you can do when you're not restricted by the drum beat. So for a lot of classicals like that, and then old musicals like some, you know, Hammerstein and you know that type of stuff, you would be surprised at like the amount of stuff that's on. Because at the end of the day, what people don't realize, finding loops and breaks is good, but at the end of the day, like if you look at like a Premier, if you look at like a Pete Rock and stuff like that, they got to a point. If you look at like a Dilla, they got to a point where they're just sampling notes, and it's finding the right instrument and the right notes, and as long as you can get that, you can put that together and make it anything. So if you look at music, no matter what the genre is, even if it's country western, you can chop country western small enough to where you're just taking the guitar notes and flipping them other way.
What I found amazing is, and this was evident on the Brand Nubian record, Slow Down. Every element of that song was from a different song. Mm-hmm. The bass line was from a different song. The drums were from a different song. Mm-hmm. The who produced? Did Pooba produce that?
It was
Slow Down.
I think Pooba did. Pooba Alamo.
That was fucking amazing.
We were just talking about that.
Really?
Because I was playing one of this remix I did for Substantial, and they were, you know, I was breaking down the parts to it, and they were like, "That's from that, and that's from that." I'm like, "Yeah, you know, like you can piece all of these pieces together."
Can you play it now?
Yeah, I can play it.
I like Substantial.
Substantial is hot, very underrated, man. If people not checking Substantial out on Mellow Music,
he just did a joint over Jill Scott.
Yeah, Jack and Jill.
Yeah,
Jack and Jill, very good project. So Substantial sent me the acapellas for Home is Where the Art Is, and so I did a couple of remixes for him. We'll see what he does with them.
What's up with the other remixes that you did for Diamond District?
I was told to hold
cease and desist. You got your cease and desist letter?
I was told to hold off on those. I was told to pump my brakes on those. So, but I got some more remixes coming for a dude out of North Carolina. This dude Kansai. He's with a group called Minds One. Kev did some production for him. I think he's worked with like Crisis before. You know, he's got like some people with him. So I actually just got the acapellas from him last night. And
Now you loading them in Pro Tools and just creating the beat around the vocals.
Well, yeah, some of them I'm trying to create a beat around, but mostly I'm just like looking for stuff. Like I got so many beats. Like there's a feel for for some of it. So I already got beats that capture that feel. So it's just a matter of seeing whether the tempos are remotely the same.
Right.
Because it's tough to, if you made a beat in 80 BPMs to speed it up to 96.
It'll sound terrible.
Yeah, it sounds terrible, so. And then same thing with vocals. You can't take vocals that are 96 BPMs and slow them down to 80 and think that it'll sound cool. It doesn't work that way, so.
Like the thing about substantial, his voice, like his voice like really carries him. And
what makes him good as an MC, I was telling Howard this, is he sits up and his cadence, he rides the beat. Like he's one of these dudes who will ride with like the hi-hat and his flow is kind of fitting in there. So it actually makes it kind of tough to remix him because he's almost written his specific song to that beat. Like if you listen to the song, he's got like the song Spilled Milk on his album, and that Slop Funk Dust did, and then he's got this joint that Eric Lau did called Resilient. And like the way that they're doing the hi-hats in the song, he's riding the beat and his flow is right along with that. So it's something that sets him apart because, definitely a lot of the MCs don't have that ability to kind of be able to ride the beat like that. You find like the upper echelon, the Jay-Z's can do that, the Eminems can do that. So, hopefully he'll catch on,
How come nobody's caught on the Elzai? Like,
your guess is as good as mine. I don't know.
How come nobody's caught on yet?
Dude, I don't have a good answer for it. I don't have a good answer for it, man. I don't have a good answer.
Especially with Elmatic,
it's like I think I don't know if it's
so I tell you what it is. I'll tell you what it is, because people have confused lyricism for comedy, and they feel like if you're a punchline MC and you're a funny dude, that makes you lyrical. So nowadays you find like 2 Chainz. People think 2 Chainz is like top of the ladder because 2 Chainz is like a punchline dude.
He's not top of the ladder. He's entertaining. He's not top of the ladder.
But people put Wayne at the top of the ladder. Why? It's not like Wayne is super lyrical. He's not coming with like some unbelievable stuff he's saying. Is that he's a funny dude, and the stuff he thinks of and comes up with punchline.
His writer's a funny guy.
Gadget said that.
Supposedly. You did this?
Yep.
Open snare. Now, when you jack a hip hop song for a drum,
yo, damn, what I do? Right piss that. Oh man, true. Does look crap, but isn't that serious? Cause you had a stain. I tried to do it right, but you always intervene. Besides, you know I had a long day. My bad for putting the onesie on the wrong way. And no, I didn't smell a diaper.
You don't smell the shit in the air.
Well, I might, but hey baby, why waste a good evening? You know you shut the hell like hell when she's
Now, did you already have this beat, or you fit it around his vocals?
And I
Or did you make
already
it?
had
it? So just let me make it up to you when you
I did a couple of things to kind of
Cause it's the way
fit it
the
together.
energy
Okay.
So it wasn't as simple as just like
afterwards you might my
play
niggas
Jason
say
on
that
top.
I'm bad. It's so good I might intentionally start making you mad. But hey,
Let's break up.
He's almost like a calmer version of Lord Have Mercy.
Let's break up. Then make up.
His voice.
All over again when we wake up. Just break up. Then make up. We can do it all over again.
Good job. Good job.
Let's break up. Then make up. We can do it all over
Is this out?
again when we wake
I
up.
gave it to him. He hadn't done anything.
my bad. I know a lady here had another show, and I know that you hate it when I ain't on time. Said one didn't make it in the 3:15. New couch, time to break it in. Either that or lay in the bed with your back to me. But actually, that doesn't sound bad to me. Don't be mad at me. I hate it when you hold it out. You ain't got a front. If you're mad, why'd you hold it out? Threaten me with a good time. Better show up with a loaded gun like don't move. Just hold up.
Yeah.
Serious. This was trouble.
Slop put his foot in this shit.
Slop on girls got some heat. Dude, to be honest with you, everybody,
Man, it's
all
hard
this
to
thing
see more bills than
gave
checks.
like some
That's why I push
crazy
your
beats. I played the algorithm thing,
while I'm right back at night just to deal with stress. Walk these nigga V streets like I'm still the best. Even though I got an overdrawn account waiting on the land money. Frontin' that promoters refusing to ask for me.
They tight.
Super telling me
They're
drinking the
tight.
back of me. Traffic violation, they calling the cavalry. Shitting at it up, you don't need a bad degree. Here laughing at shit that really ain't that funny. But hey man, life ain't perfect. Made something of myself with next to nothing to work with. My purpose, all about answers. Why you looking for curses? Baby looking for campers, got me looking for paper to feed our needs and our wants. So a slice won't do when you're in need of a chunk of the proverbial pie.
So that's that one, and then I remixed
What's
that one.
give some advice for upcoming producers on how to market themselves.
I have the answer. I would be further out there than I am. I mean, right now it's really
Since they can't tag your beats, tag their beats like you wanna agree with that.
I mean, one is develop your own sound. Like it sounds tough in this day and age, but there's a lot of people, man, who are really just kind of recreating what's already out there. Like, I don't even know who the dude is, Lex Luger, but everybody talks about him. It's like, oh, that's a Lex Luger beat, and as soon as they hear it, they know it's him. So that dude has created his sound even in 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013. So it's there's more stuff that can be done. It's not like people have done it all. Create your own sound, man.
Well, I think the best way producers can market themselves is honestly to find an artist and work with them, because everybody's not gonna get on Jay-Z's album.
That's very true.
Everybody's not gonna get on Nas's album.
And the thing about it today too, man, a lot of people, especially in terms of producers, people want to hear instrumental projects, not beat tapes. Instrumental projects,
Hey, no disrespect to the Beat Tape project.
No. And I mean, the beat tape project is a great idea, because it is truly a beat tape that is like, which is a great way for people who, like myself, who have been on the beat tape, to market themselves. Like, especially when we did the Ghostface one, people are like, damn, this is a great idea. This is really some beats I could actually picture Ghost being on. And, hey, you've basically created a way to market yourself. Same way we did with Remix Live. We did the first Remix Live show last month here in DC. And it's me, Russell, Nick the Wonder, Praise, And, here is a show that we put together and made, and now people are like, oh, this is what these guys are doing, like, oh, this is the type of beats they're coming with. And, whereas you might have heard the name before, now you come to this event and you actually see, oh, this is what they're doing. So there's certain stuff you can do on your own to just kind of like empower yourself. I put out a couple of my own projects, just because it's hard to get in touch with the MCs that you want to at times. So, hey, I put out the first step, the next step, the Diamond District remixes, stuff like that. And you just kind of got to throw it out there until somebody does listen.
But here's the thing. If you're a producer and you make trap music, you're not doing no instrumental.
Right.
Yeah, you definitely at that point you gotta find somebody.
Yeah, you have to find an artist.
You gotta
meshes with your music.
You gotta find an artist. Yeah, I mean, true. And I mean, and another thing is, I hate to say it.
Go ahead.
Because some people are not honest with themselves, and so they want a T.I. and they want a
I want a T.I.
They want a 2 Chainz or whoever, but you got to ask yourself, do you have beats worthy enough of a T.I. or a 2 Chainz? You know what I'm saying? So, like, there's some dudes who are just starting off and they don't really know anything about beats. Just like you were saying, they got firecracker drums.
Yeah.
Stuff that is not as polished as it needs to be. And so if your product is not as polished as it needs to be, you can't realistically think that you're about to jump to the top of the mound in terms of getting people. So
even if you're giving it away,
even if you're giving it away free, even if you searching these people out, you gotta work on honing yourself before you get to that phase. So, but we were talking about the remix for the joint you just heard. So.
You did this? You played this beat before.
I have. I'm pretty sure you heard plenty of my beats before.
Yo, man, it's hard when you see your bills and checks. That's why I put your ex people reels no less. While I write day and night just to deal with stress. Walk these nigga streets like I'm still the best. Even though I got an overdrawn account, waiting on that money. Frontin' at promoters refusing to ask for me. Stay true but telling me drinking
I mess with this. I like this.
Chillin' headed up and you don't need a bad degree. Here laughing at shit that really ain't that funny. But hey man, life ain't perfect. Made something of myself with next to nothing to work with.
So these haven't come out yet?
While looking for answers, while you looking for purses.
Like a Muppet.
Got me looking for paper to feed. I needs and I won't. So a slice won't do when you're in need of a chunk of the balloon. So I'm trying to hold on to some grinding. Till I take these cones and make diamonds. The best of the wasting that time.
I think one thing you have to learn as a producer is patience. Because hold on, turn it down. Because I think when you send somebody a beat, like in the back of your mind, you want them to do that beat that night or within a 48-hour period.
Man, yeah.
But when you send somebody a beat, it's like, and they don't get back to you. As a producer, you're like, man, what? And
oh, trust me, I know. Trust me, I know. And then on top of that, man, you got to be able to, you got to really be able to accept criticism and critique yourself.
That I understand that, but when you send somebody a beat and you know it's hot, and you hear their project and your beat is not on there, and everything on the album is doo-doo.
Sometimes you just man, you gotta suck up a lot of stuff, man. Like, we're just producing, like, it's not for the people who are overly prideful, you know? Like, I remember, man, I guess it was maybe like 10 years ago at this point, man, I gave a beat CD to Big Pooh from Lil Brother. And I'm sitting up here like, man, it's hot. There's nothing but heat on there. And he got back to me. I actually appreciated him getting back to me. And he was like, yeah, man, you know, your stuff is a little too herky-jerky for me. And I was like, what the fuck? He doesn't know what he's talking about. And that's how I'm feeling. You know, but at the end of the day, it's like, it's all about what other people feel about your music too. Like you feel one thing and you're attached to a lot of stuff because you made it. You know what the effort is that you put into it. And oh, I know how I compressed these drums and it was real creative what I did, and I reversed the sample and I did this. And at the end of the day, people are just like, do I like it or do I not? And if they don't like it, you can't fault people for not liking your stuff. You just kind of gotta accept it. You know, there's some people out there that might like it. You ran across one person who didn't like it. Right, that's just one. And you gotta just suck that up, say, cool, appreciate you taking the time to listen to it, because people don't have to listen to your stuff. And just keep it moving.
But then you look at all the joints and actually in the industry that known producers have given other artists.
A Millie.
I mean,
a Millie is a prime example.
Who had a Millie before Wayne?
Buster.
Buster had.
Buster
really?
had it first.
Yeah. Buster didn't want that?
Buster didn't want it. Until he heard it. Until he heard it.
But Bangladesh gave that to him.
Wow.
In his archive. And what? Wayne heard something different, and it's like he took it and ran with it.
Yeah, that's another thing, man. I found that to be the case. That's one thing. Is a lot of MCs at times, part of the reason they won't use your beat is not because they don't like it. It's because based off of their comfort zone, they're not used to rapping over whatever you're giving them. So like if you come with something that's completely different than what they've always done, it's hard for them to even think of what could I do with this. And I've run across that a couple of times.
But I can see Buster over a Millie though. Like that's not a far stretch for Buster.
That's not a far stretch for Buster, but it definitely comes into play with other people, you know, like it'll be like, man, this is just not my style, or this is not what I usually do. And people will avoid it. You know, it's not like
rather than step out the box,
right,
and make it your song.
Yeah.
You know, I think as a MC, I guess it goes the same for producers. You know, you just put yourself in. Well, never try to put yourself in that place of where you're just comfortable in that one zone. You have to be versatile and show the different sides of you.
What?
Now, I'm not doing trap music, but if I did it, it would have my signature to it.
I mean, the thing about it is.
But why do you have to be versatile? Why can't you just do boom bap and have your own audience?
So with that said, you can do that, but within all of this stuff is room for versatility. So just like Premier is a boom bap producer, if I played for you all of the stuff Premier has done, it's a wide range of things from
Christina Aguilera to Gangstar, whoever, to Buckshot LaFunk, to DJ Premier and Deep Concentration, to remixing Lena and Wendy and Renee and whoever, you know. I mean, same thing with P Rock. P Rock has remixed Robert Glasper. He's done Incognito. Johnny
Gill, Jesse Powell, all types of stuff, you know. Look at Teddy Riley. Teddy Riley's a New Jack Swing producer, but he's produced, Michael Jackson.
We just talked about this in the last video.
Oh, really?
No, go ahead.
But, even within what he's done a wide range of stuff. Marley Marl remixed Shy, Human League, all of these people. So within whatever your niche is still room for doing a wide range of stuff.
Best R&B remix, name it. From a hip hop producer.
Best R&B remix from a hip hop producer.
I think in my top 5, I don't think I have a number 1, but in my top 5 has to be Clark Kent for Troop Spread My Wings, and the Marley Marl Shy remix of with Jay-Z on it. I forgot the name of the song.
Man, mine has to be, and this is me being the Premier groupie again, Janet Jackson.
All right.
Damn. Oh, what is the name of it? Now you
Oh,
got,
Premier did a remix for Janet Jackson?
yeah.
Who did the remix for Gone Till It's Gone? Was that Dilla?
I think so, wasn't it?
That's live.
Are any of your joints in song mode?
No, this is all.
I was just thinking, man. I was like, that's
You just play your shits live all the time.
I don't think I've ever seen him press
Yeah, I've
play.
never seen you press play.
Press play and the
Never.
videos.
Alright. So
I was like, damn, that's the style, man.
I've never used overdub and you don't put shit in song mode. I got it. I'm catching on.
I was just thinking that, man.
The reason why this, alright, actually I'll play something that's in song mode.
I was laughing at that, man. I was like, damn, I've never seen him press play on
Right.
Like the joint is unused, the unused play button.
Except you might as well take it off the motherfucker.
No, because I do a lot of the chopping, and when I get a chance to get back to it, then it's hard trying to just really come down here and just knock something out completely without being disturbed, as you guys can. So got the little one coming in, daddy. What
And she did this. She did this on slick too. Nah, she didn't come and just like press herself and say, "Daddy, what does this do?" She came and was like, "Daddy, I just wanted to tell you good night,
Right.
and I love you. What you doing down here?"
Yeah.
But what's so funny is like the 2 times I've been here, she does the same thing.
Yo, no matter what, she just comes out
Hey,
here.
what you up to?
Mm-hmm. This is her realm.
Just start hitting buttons. But she ain't hitting the play button either.
Nah.
Who's the dude that produced the Slaughterhouse joint? Remember when he was riding the car? And I was like, he was slept on? He did the Slaughterhouse joint? And he did Speaking in Tongues? He just got shot.
A-Rap music.
A-Rap.
Yeah.
Nigga think he A-Rap
A-Rap
music.
just got shot?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Got robbed. I'm like, man, they shooting producers now. Shit.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, man. I'm gonna tell you, like, dudes.
It went from rappers to producers.
It's crazy, man, cause dudes.
Look, niggas will shoot the mailman.
Yeah, for man. Dudes get caught up in that celebrity and shit, man. Like, I don't know, man. Like, you can't come around like you live in the hood and now you start making it. You can't come to the hood acting like nothing has changed, you know.
But look, none of us was there, so I mean,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. So let me.
He might have been going. He might have been going to see his mom's and walked out the house
He
and.
could have, man. You just
Like everybody can't afford to pull a mom out the.
I mean, right, but you got to be careful, man.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's just wherever you go. It's funny. I was telling like one of my
Look, even if you broke, you got to be careful.
Yeah, and that's true, man. I was part of it, man. It's funny. I was telling one of my coworkers this, man, and I was just like, she was like, "Oh, you live in Northeast, you know? I live over in like the Trinidad, Langston area."
She Caucasian?
No, she's not. She's not. But you know, I live over in that area, and so you know, people know. Like a few years ago, we had the whole police lockdown.
Yeah.
They wouldn't let you in the neighborhood if you didn't live over there and stuff like that.
That's some straight Israeli shit.
Yeah,
right
and so
there.
she was like, "How do you live over there?" And I was like, "At the end, for one, I moved in before all of that happened. 2, anywhere you go, you gotta always make it look like you belong, and that's how tourists get exploited. That's how all of these people get taken advantage of. Like if you are somewhere you look like you don't belong, like the vultures will eat you. You know.
Look, y'all got the new $2 million lofts over in Northeast. You look out the window, you see a Danny's carryout.
Dude, and that's really how it is.
Like what?
We just got a big 200-something unit apartment building. The loft at Atlas, that's built. And then, 2 blocks down, you got a house falling in on itself. You got the streets that potholes everywhere. You got Danny's Carryout and Kenny's and
a CVS,
Eddie's, and like all types of stuff. You got the liquor store at the other end, and all of that stuff.
Look, if I pay more than $300,000 for a loft, nigga,
see, it's gonna change soon, man, and they know it's gonna change. And so that's what they're getting in now.
So you got to walk through the hood for a year,
dude.
Before shit change.
They're not really in the hood. They're on the fringe of the hood. So,
look,
like right where they are is like that.
Soon as you cross over to the other side of the street,
yeah, it's soon. That's literally how close it is.
That's the war zone.
Man, I mean, it's changing. DC is changing.
So where are the black people moving in DC? They move PG County?
I think they are.
Suitland?
I don't know.
Suitland adopting?
Dude, I mean, what's crazy about it, man, and this is no knock to the people who are moving into DC, but I feel like the people who have always been in DC don't realize what they had, Like imagine all of these places in Capitol Hill and north of Massachusetts Avenue and stuff that DC has been black for the past 50 years, and as of last year has become we've fallen below the 50% line, and you get people who have like sold their houses and want to move out to PG County. But
can you knock somebody for getting a bag of money for their crib?
But the crazy thing about it is
they're probably not getting a bag of money.
Well, not even that. Like my neighbor, for instance, I moved into my house. My neighbor was 83 years old. He passed
about to hit play for the first time.
But he would come and he was like, in life.
Right.
Wait, did I play this?
Oh, here we go.
Nah, it's not he's nervous.
Nah, you never played this.
He still hasn't hit play.
Right. All right.
Press play, people.
A button will never be pressed again.
Right.
Overrated. But hey, there we go.
All right. Shit. Time for me to pack it. I'm tired as hell, man.
See that food, man. The food that you
man.
Genetically altered.
Right.
Pepperoni.
What is it about black people getting tired after eating? What the hell is up with that?
Is it just black
Nah, do white people get tired after they eat?
Yeah.
They do?
Yeah, they do.
Oh shit.
Man, why do you act like you was so surprised about it?
It's universal.
Oh man. Having trouble sleeping? Take it ribs. Ribs produce the phenomenon known as the itis. Y'all saw that Dave Chappelle skit?
Yeah.
You never saw that? Oh man, that was Chappelle Come Back. That was the funniest show on television.
Yeah, Comedy Central needs them.
Have you watched Key and Peele?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
I can't get with them too. They have funny parts.
Oh man.
Like the one where he's like where he's talking about his wife.
Yeah, I said, bitch.
He said, You said that though, right?
Yeah. I said,
that was funny.
Did you see the one where they were naming the college players with the nicknames?
Nah. Did you see the one where dude made the song for his best friend? Oh man, you gotta find that one. The one, Wally, you're my best friend. You ain't see that one? He was like, yo man, I just really wanted you to know that you know, you mean so much to me. You're my best friend, and I wrote a song about it, but it'd be kind of gay to sing it, wouldn't it? Here it goes. And he comes up, he sings this song, man. This is the most awkward song ever. Like, if somebody sang this to you, you would be like, it's time to reassess a couple of things. Man, he was following the dude around the room singing the song to her.
I think I may have seen that, but I didn't watch the whole thing.
You gotta check that out. That joke was funny. The one where they had Lil Forrest, he was the little baby with the adult head and came in there. It was I want Baba. That dude was hilarious, man. It was the first one I saw was where the light one. I guess he's Peel. He comes and he's talking on the phone to his wife. He's like, yes, honey, so, you know, we're going to go to the opera tonight, and I'm going to pick you up, and, you know, we're going to have a great time. And then he sees, like, another black dude walk out with, like, a vest on and stuff, and he thinks, like, the dude is who. So he's like, so, yeah, I'm going to pick you up. Yeah, I'm going to be there. And you know we go get down tonight. Like, his whole tone changes. And then, like, the other dude walks off and he switches back. But the other dude walks off. He's like, oh, my God, I was just about to get robbed. And, like, he switches his whole tone, too. Man, them dudes are hilarious, man. Key and Peele, good show.
You see the Mike Epps special? When he said dudes be totally different when they by themselves than when they with their wife?
I believe that.
You see him out in public. Hey, what's happening, brother? Yeah, just out with the wife. You see him by himself. Where's the bitch ass? Where's the bitches at?
That's real talk. That's real talk.
Yo, have you seen the episode of Key and Peele where they did the Luther, the anger translator? Obama's anger translator? Oh, man.
You know, baby, you gonna look for these, man. Dude. I think I had him on the DVR.
So Obama, like, he's like, you know, Obama's sitting there, and, you know, of course, it's Key, dressed up like Obama. He's like, you know, sometimes I can't express myself in the way that I want to express myself.